Cynthia, are we on? Good morning, everyone. We're going to call our meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to call the July 6th meeting of the Jasper County Commissioners to order. We're going to start out with the pledge, and then we will have a brief moment of silence. Part of which during that time, we can continue to give thanks for our fantastic country. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. I want to start out by thanking Craig and Jason Armold and all the others on the committee for a fantastic USA 250 event out at the fairgrounds. For all those, if any of you were able to attend, I thought it was a great event and a good time. Thanks to all the effort. Fair Board, I know, and others put in a lot of effort out there. And rain kind of soaked the fireworks, but it was a great show. A little bit late. Any comments you'd like to make before we start?
No, it was a great show. There was a great turnout there later in the evening with the parade and the fireworks show. Just a delay in having it take off. So thanks for everybody that came out and supported the county, and hope everybody wherever you're at got to enjoy the day.
Yep. All right. With that, we need to start out. We have minutes to approve. We have minutes from our regular meeting of June 1st, 2026. You've all had a chance to review those. I would entertain a motion to approve those as presented unless there are any additions or corrections to be noted.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
All right. Ryan makes the motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right. June 1 is approved. We then had a meeting on June 15th, 2026. Would also entertain one of you guys to move and make the motion to approve unless you had any additions or corrections.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those are approved. Okay, next we have monthly payroll claim distribution. The check date of June 15th, 2026, $550,286.11. The check date of June 30th, 2026, $544,091.17. Payroll total, including withholdings, $1,094,377.28. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the monthly payroll claim distribution as presented?
Make a motion to approve the payroll claim.
Motion made by Ryan. Do I have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right, those are approved. Next, we have the monthly claim distribution. Standard claims, $669,613.44. Highway of $2,280,600.93. Prepays, $962,220.03. Health insurance, $285,000, $285,345.68. For a report total of $4,197,780.08. You've also had a chance to review the claim distribution as presented. Would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve those claims as presented?
Move to approve the claims.
Craig makes the motion, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those are approved. All right, well, that's getting signed. We have Sheriff Pat Williamson, Chief Brandon Napier here to talk to us about an equipment contract, water softener, and training. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning.
Hopefully it was a relatively calm 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, a little bit going on. We're handling a few more calls on the interstate as the state police are trying to handle a lot of activity, especially up north and from Illinois through Lake County. So we have to go out and handle a lot of their stuff. So it gives us an accident once in a while, mainly overnight. They tend to be slow in response, and so our units will go out there and handle that kind of stuff.
At the fairgrounds on Saturday, I saw one of the state police Mustangs.
Yeah. I think they did the parade, right? Entered into the parade. Is
I
that?
didn't see him at the parade night, but he was there.
He was there earlier. Yeah, it was,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought they were going to try to get into that parade.
You know, I like looking at cars, but my only comment was I don't want to see one of those in the rearview mirror is all. That's all I was
You're
thinking.
not out
So,
running that one.
Yeah.
Nice vehicle though.
Very.
Anyway, continue.
So I guess first on my agenda is the softener that we have. So our softener has, obviously it's been there since '08. It's old technology. And I sent you a couple or some information on a couple quotes from locally here. One being from Osby and the other being from just replacing the material inside and so forth from Colee. And also I think Davis might have been involved, but so with that water softener, we end up having some issues once in a while with it dumping water down our drains, which when it does that, we have a lot of costs associated to it, especially with 1 gallon of water being equal to 2 gallons of sewage in the city. So we have a lot of expense in water still in our facility. And so I'm suggesting that we go with the Osby, basically putting in a new system. And if we go with that, they'll maintain it. Osby's a pretty reputable company. They've noticed that, with it being an older model, that it uses a lot more water and that type of thing. So they anticipated, I think it was a 40% cut down in water, 60% in salt, or vice versa. So it was quite a bit of savings there. And any amount of water that we can start saving out there, especially with the high cost for that and sewage, I think would be an advantage for the jail. Now, we have the money in our repairs to do that, in our jail repairs, so we can do it without asking for money. But since it's a contract, I wanted you to all see it. And but I'm leaning towards the Osby as far as that would be, I think, the best, most proven way to do it. They can replace the materials inside. We've looked into that with all 3 or 2 companies. Davis would do that, but Colee. And if you notice, Colee cost is, I think, close to double what Osby's is. But the just replacing the material inside, they couldn't guarantee that that would work for us. And their suggestion would be to just replace the unit. And Osby's was much more reasonable in cost. So
you're looking at option 2 here then for the 27.5?
yes. And like I said, I think a couple of the things that I noticed that was very attractive was the savings in water and salt.
So
So is it, just clarify for me, please, Sheriff, is is this a lease unit or are we purchasing it outright for 27.5?
Well, you can do either.
Or lease
So
it for
either or.
or lease it for $450 a month, one or the
Yeah,
other.
if you figure out how much that is, $450 a month for, what is it?
60 months?
Yeah, I mean, if you figure that up, that's expensive. So to me, why not just buy the unit and not lease it, in my opinion. So
But then all the repairs we're responsible for, and during the lease, they're responsible for any repairs or anything that breaks, right?
well, in the I have to look here to see what that is. I don't know what if they actually offered.
It's the same money. I feel.
Says here,
I
rental
would
prices
say
include all parts, service, rebuilds, and routine maintenance if
Yeah.
you rent it.
But yeah, I mean, it's basically the same money.
60 months
Yeah.
is $27,000.
Yeah.
So
So if they're,
Yeah. I mean, if it's to purchase it for 27.5 or lease it for 27,000.
Yeah.
Seems like lease it, let them take care of the maintenance on
Right.
on the
Any
unit.
parts.
well, if you think, so this unit that we've got now has been here since 2008. So, you know, we've had it for, 18 years. And, so if you continue on that, then you're going to continue with that lease after that. So you're going to re-up on that lease. So you're going to have, in 10 years, you're going to have double the cost. So it's up to you. I mean, to me, either way is fine, but,
Have you had much maintenance with the system you've had now over the years?
yeah, we're having issues with the, one is it actually working properly. So, and that's why we're thinking about regenerating with new materials inside, but neither Culligan nor Osby really think that's the best idea. So we also get an air compressor issue. You know, when our air compressor goes out, it doesn't supply the air to actually shut the system off. So it continually dumps about 2 or 3 inches of water down the drain until we find it, you know, and we check the jail every day. But if it happens on a weekend or overnight or in the afternoon, it could be running for hours and or the weekend with a massive amount of water dump, which is what we had a while back. So which ends up being a couple grand in water costs.
Yeah.
And so it's like they said, it's older technology. It's not efficient. If you notice the numbers on efficiency there, there's quite a bit of savings, 40 to 50% in regenerated water down the drain, 50 to 60% in salt. And to me, that's a huge savings when it comes to what we pay for our utility bills. So, and that's what they look at, what's going to be the savings. So, but I'm good with either or. So whatever you prefer.
Sure. Does Osby offer a maintenance agreement separate from a purchase? A lot of times
That I don't know. We'd have to check with that. So to see. So I'm sure they do.
Not sure if this unit you'd be getting from, it's in the England Connect. Connect,
What about
the name of the,
it? This is a Hillenbrand. Yeah.
they're a good company, they connect them, even they don't even run like everybody. Oh, beautiful.
This is this Hillenbrand system is something they use in a lot of schools, apartments, nursing homes, and on it says down there. So they've had good luck with it. Osby's a really good company to deal with for water. So, so I trust their opinion on that. But yeah, I'm good with either one. So
I guess from the standpoint of repairs and maintenance on it, to me, it makes kind of, I mean, things may change in 5 years and there'll be a better system out there at that point too, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be married to this one.
right?
Yeah.
We can always change
Agreed.
it.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to leasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion to sign a
Up.
lease agreement.
Okay. So option 2, which is replace equipment with high efficiency system for the rental price of $450 a month plus tax. If that's applicable, since we're county. 60-month contract, just pending legal review, but yeah, sounds good. So that Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to our Motorola contract, and this is data center expenditures. So we looked at.
Hey, hold on just a second,
Sorry to
sorry.
interrupt you, Pat. Yeah, I got
Okay.
one too.
So if we unmute it like we're supposed to, people cannot hear online. But if I keep it muted, people are able to hear online. But this internal speakers aren't working.
So we're still being recorded online?
People can still hear online, yes. But
All right.
the internal speaker.
Are we talking loud enough for everybody to hear? Okay. Well,
We'll speak.
we'll ramp up our volume a little bit. Apologize for the inconvenience. All right, Sheriff, continue. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so our next contract, we're looking at two of them actually by Motorola. One is for portable radios, which is a total cost of $309,938. And that's to outfit our whole department in the portable radios. I think you had that contract as well. The reason that we're using Motorola is because we're already, software is Motorola Flex, which is our Spillman system. These radios are pretty advanced radios. In other words, if we overrun the tower with traffic on our 800s, in the event of a major issue such as tornadoes and so forth, then these will actually use cell phone towers to communicate. So you could actually communicate anywhere in the country with these portables. Same portable state police has, very good portable. So that's that contract.
And this is replacing all your radios, correct?
Yes. And we have other uses for older radios, our tactical team. There's some individuals on there don't have the good communication, so we're going to use some of our older radios there. But the old radios have been around for quite a while. So
Do any get distributed to the other township fire, or are they useful for them to use, or EMS or anybody like that within the county, or are they beyond?
well, I'm sure DeMont PD would probably want multiple radios from us.
Okay.
But as we've loaned them radios in the past and things, but right now we want to make sure that our tactical team's taken care of, and then we'll see where we're at on the rest of the radios. So they're basically two-band radio. The old radios are VHF and our 800s, so you can communicate both ways. So if somebody were to use it for fire or something like that, we'd have to have it reprogrammed by like Raycom to set up for their frequencies. So and take our frequencies out.
That's-
So
That quote is 309,938.20. Is that correct?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. And this other one is,
The second Motorola.
yeah,
So that's our body cams and our dash cams. Same thing, if you look at those, the different quotes we got through, we actually, one that's not on here is utility, but we got a couple other quotes. Motorola comes in quite a bit less expensive, being one of the top two, that there is in these types of, radios. So we had Axon, that's the number one. Motorola's number two. But if you notice, there's a big difference in Axon and Motorola, about 400,000. But that's when we went with Motorola Flex for our software system. One of the comments was back in 2020 was it saved us a lot of money on hardware, and that's what it does. It saves us a lot of money when we upgrade our 911 system. It saves us a lot of money when we buy portables, when we buy body cams and all that. So basically, these body cams and dash cams, they work with our software. They number the videos with the current case number and so on. They work seamlessly with our system that we have, and that's why we want to stay with it. So that cost on that one, as you can see, is $254,684. And that's for 26 of them. 28, 26 of them. Which would basically upgrade the entire fleet. As you know, we don't have body cams. We have maybe 5 or 6 right now in the whole fleet. So it's real important that we get body cams, and we're kind of waiting for this to materialize with this data center to do that, to upgrade our whole system. Very important, and especially liability wise for lawsuits and things like that. And we've used Axon, had a nice grant a while back that we obtained all Axon cameras, but you know, they're getting older too now. So, and the other thing is too, Axon's trying to push us into cloud storage, which is quite a bit more expensive when you have to do that instead of with our servers. So they're trying to make their stuff only cloud-based for downloading, and you're not going to be able to use your servers. So we still do it on our servers. We download everything to a server, much easier and cheaper to, not easier, but cheaper to maintain. And so, you know, times are changing, and a lot of these vendors want your business for storage. And but we've saved a lot of money by not doing that. So.
Okay. Any questions for Sheriff?
Not at this time for me.
Do you have any other upgrades you'd be looking to do in the next 12 months? You know, going into 27 with equipment or vest or vehicles or anything like
Well-
that? Any additional stuff?
So vest, we've already purchased our 3 vehicles, but so vest or something that is usually a 5-year turnaround. And so that's, you know, depends on who's up that year. So we do that as it comes about. So we manage that. But no, I think we're pretty good on
Tasers, all that stuff's in good shape.
tasers are another thing that we upgrade as we go along. So we buy usually not the most advanced one because again, you have some strings attached to that as well. So, but you know, tasers are another thing that's older, but we replace 2 or 3 a year. So we kind of do that on the fly each year through our budget. So,
More of a maintenance thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the timeline on delivery of these items?
well, they'll send the in-car cameras to our outfitters down Lafayette where our cars are now. So they'll try to get us 3 of those right away. Then what they'll do, I think pretty quick turnaround, they're going to come up and actually outfitters will actually come up and install these in our cars as the officers are working shifts, so we don't have to drive down there. But they'll do that for us with their agreement with Motorola to install those. So that price included all that. And so pretty quick turnaround. Now the portable radios, I don't know how long that'll be for that technology. So
Do you, for some of this stuff, do you have already budgeted for it, or are we looking to,
this is part of our money from the data center that
okay,
we've
so
got.
fund this from
Yeah.
economic impact?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Greg or Ryan, any comments?
No. Dash cams and body cams have helped us out significantly in the last couple of years anyway,
It's fine.
proven themselves very useful.
Yep. So are you guys comfortable with approving these requests as presented? With the intent of it being funded out of economic impact money, pending Attorney Beaver reviewing the contract, which I would think should be pretty standard.
And just another note for you, Motorola was good about whenever this money came in, they were good about basically just a signed agreement and when we get our money to pay them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they have to be paid tomorrow or anything like that.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
I mean, we knew there was upgrades to be made.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That's,
well,
that's the reason we got the line item in the agreement. So I'd
absolutely.
move to approve if, the sheriff thinks this is the way he needs to go, and it helps make us more efficient and keep us safe and gives us a legal leg up when those times come that, we approve them. We approve the expenditure out of the economic impact, we set aside for the sheriff.
Okay. Craig has made a motion,
Support.
supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Eric, I'm gonna have you just review these quickly and then we'll sign them after you've had a chance to look them over.
Sure. Thank you.
So then, while we're on the topic of, contracts, I sent you another one called Force Science. I'm not sure I really needed to bring this to you today, but that's, we have basically a street survival class coming in, November 5th, I think it is. And, so I'm doing this in conjunction training with, multiple departments, White County, Newton County, Benton County, Rensselaer PD, DeMont PD. They're all chipping in on this. A very good training. One day, there'll be actually 3 trainings in one at the college. So we've secured the college for that. But there is a little bit of a contract there, and I thought that's something I'd bring. Not sure you necessarily need to approve it, but
So it's training for officers on
Yes.
procedures or?
so it's training for officers on safety, on how to handle extreme calls, armed individuals, things like that. And
Are the only participants the departments that have helped to cover the cost, or is it open to, I don't see Remington on here, or maybe Wheatfield?
it'll be open to all departments and
Okay.
all those prospective communities. However, these are departments pay
That-
for it. So,
That chipped in,
Yeah.
okay.
so,
All right. Have you done this before, or is this something new?
you mean as far as,
This type of training?
yeah, we have people that go to street survival training, all types of training, especially for tactical team. But anything for officer safety, if you're in a high stress situation, how do you prepare yourself to handle that before you arrive? Logistically, what do you do? What should your supervisor be doing on setup for these things? So yeah, we do this type of thing, but not on a mass scale like this. So this is something that is needed, and I went ahead and signed the agreement, but it's basically training. So
Craig or Ryan, any questions?
No, sir.
Well, would one of you want to move and make the motion, just to give an oral approval? We can sign this copy if we like, just to support what the sheriff's initiative has already been engaged here for this training. Obviously, this is, I would say, very important and necessary to keep our local law enforcement officers up to date and trained for extreme situations that can arise.
I'll make a motion to support the training exercises.
Ryan makes the motion. Do I have a second?
My sport.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
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 Do you want us to sign a copy?
you don't have to.
Okay.
I just thought you might want to weigh in on
All
it.
right.
It's contract wise.
Yeah,
So
appreciate you being mindful of that for us.
yeah, no problem on that. I don't think we ever had an official meeting to approve the officers for data center work. So we had 3 officers and 1 dispatcher that we wanted to hire. And I've been given approval to start it, obviously for public safety, but not an official meeting setting. So I come to you with that we approve the hiring of 3 merit officers and 1 dispatcher. So.
That'd be essentially to establish your traffic safety division. of
Yes.
Jasper County Sheriff's Department.
Even though we've already taken the measures and already started traffic control and
Yeah.
all that out there, obviously, public safety outweighs sometimes our ability to get to meeting to do it, but,
Yeah.
but anyway, but I don't think we ever officially did that.
Okay, well, let's do that. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the hiring of the 3 additional officers specifically for traffic safety for the Jasper County Sheriff's Department, along with associated equipment
And one dispatcher.
and 1 dispatcher. Thank you.
I'd move to approve the hiring of the 3 deputies and dispatcher.
Support.
Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye. Did that start today, Pat?
That started a couple days back.
I did.
Last week, we actually started units working, and over the weekend, I saw them out there. So,
Okay.
so
How's that going for them?
good.
Good.
Big issue to get go is get people to actually fill, see
Yeah.
that's there and be able to fill it in. So you might miss a few, but they're starting to fill in on it.
Okay.
So we've had, I had to release 1 officer from the jail, correctional officer. I wanted to replace him. That's happened recently, basically over absenteeism and being tardy. So we need to replace a 1 jail correctional. And I'm going to bring that to your attention.
Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the authorize the sheriff to replace the jail staff officer as vacancy that has presented itself?
Make a motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion,
Support?
supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor of the sheriff filling this position, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
And I have one more as far as employees. I had 1 merit deputy put in his resignation this morning. So I'll need permission to hire a merit deputy.
Okay. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the hiring of a merit deputy to fill the opening that has just recently happened?
I moved to approve the hiring of a replacement deputy.
Craig makes the motion,
Support.
supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
And so in this.
On that topic, do you kind of have a list of guys that or staff personnel you're trying to reach out to fill those positions, or what's your process?
We're currently in the hiring process. Right now, we have not been able to attract ILEA graduates that are going to be able to pass our backgrounds and actually fulfill those positions. So where we have the most promises from our jail correctional, and we've always had really good luck hiring jail correctional officers.
Bringing guys up from there. Okay.
Yeah, they have 1,300 hours of training. They generally, Chief Deputy Napier's a former correctional. I can go down a list of many of them, and have worked out very well for us over the years. But we have 3 of them. That's brought me to this next thing. I have 3 correctional officers that have put in along with, and we still have a couple more people in that hiring process. But if any of those 3 people get that job or one of those jobs, because now we have 3 that we have to fill. We've already hired Ross Baird from Remington. So we need 2 more for the data center and 1 more merit officer. So 3 total. But if they get them, could I have permission to replace those correctional so the correctional staff can start working on the hiring for any of those? And right now, just to let you know, I'm in a what we call an emergency hire situation. So we have to get people boots on the ground, get people trained, and get them in the positions. So it's we can't be too picky, but we also have to be picky. So, but our correctional officers that have put in forward are very good employees, very good at their work ethic for us, and so forth. So any of those would be good choices. But once I get them, if I take one or several, then the jail's going to need replacements. We'll have to work on that pretty quickly to get those replaced. So.
Well, one of you guys want to move and make the motion to authorize the sheriff to refill the jail openings as they present themselves during this staffing shell game that he's got going here.
Make a motion to approve. Sure.
Yeah, that way you can cover them
Yeah.
as they
Get 'em.
come open, so he doesn't have to come back for each one.
Right.
So Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? All in favor as presented to allow the sheriff to fill those positions as they come open, say aye.
I
And then lastly,
quota for asking, Pat.
yeah. Yeah, 9 things down here. Sorry, but all this is coming up. So I wanted to throw some things out to you, let you decide if you want us to purchase these as well for the data center security. So flock cameras. Do we want to go ahead with our flock camera contract to put those in strategic locations around that area? And I've got on, I don't know if you have our printout of those, but basically it was getting 6 flock cameras and 1 mobile trailer. And so we had those on that list. We also, I wanted to ask you about the I2C technology, the traffic flow camera at that location of 1500 North and 49. We can put cameras out that we can have a TV and dispatch to watch the traffic flow up there when it's getting out of hand or extremely busy. Our dispatch can monitor that and make sure the units are aware. So we can respond to that. That's another piece of technology that we're looking at. And also our traffic log X. These are our items that we put up to show you your speed when you go by. There's 5 of those. You know, when you get up to them, it's basically giving you a speed, and we've had good luck with those over the years. You know, normally people are driving, they're not, a lot of times not thinking about their speed, and generally that actually slows down the traffic. But we have 5 of those listed in our quotes to put up, whether that's going to be on 1700 North, 1500 North, you know, those areas off of 49 where people are going to be coming through 300 East. You know, I don't know what their companies plan on putting up. I know Solar, they had many little traffic boxes that they'd have for radar just to show people their speed. But so those are 3 things that we might want to consider. I'm kind of hanging. I haven't ordered none of that yet, but if you're wanting to get it done, we could do it. If you want to wait for a while, we can wait. So
How many flock cameras are in the county now?
we have, I think we have 7. So we have 2 at State Road 10, 2 here at 114, 1 at 14, and 2 down on 24. So
We had, I mean, I knew we had some. I didn't know how many. How long have you had those up?
multiple years. Those we've gotten quite a number of years ago for especially the interstate traffic. So basically the reason we have those, we get so much comes off the interstate. So let's say someone comes off the interstate, robs at gunpoint, Love's truck stop, which has happened. And we resolved one of those cases with those flock cameras. We were able to get a license plate and track them down. I thought those individuals were from Indianapolis. But so we've had multiple cases like that over the years with those flock cameras where folks come off the interstate with intent to either rob or do something at one of the truck stops. And so they're very valuable. Now, we only have 2 at each one. We actually takes 4 to do the complete intersection, but that's a lot of excess money. So, and they're $3,000 a year to rent those. They're actually enter into an agreement with them, and full maintenance covered, the whole business. We just had 1 damage down on 24 that's going to cost us about $500, but somebody's damaged a flock camera down there.
I know this has been a topic of discussion on social media for quite some time across the country, these flock cameras. From your perspective of law enforcement.
Well, I think people think, you know, the last person I spoke to at a data center meeting at KV school felt that flock cameras also could monitor people's conversations. And what I tried to explain to him is your cell phones are already monitoring your conversations. You know, law enforcement is restricted on how much we can do to, you know, investigate crime. So it'd be unlawful for us to be monitoring your cell phones. It'd be unlawful for us to, be able to do some of the things that's happening right now with your cell phones in your pocket. Okay, that's big business. That's lawful for them to do it, apparently. Unlawful for law enforcement to do that. So I'm very much in favor of flock cameras, not because we want to track people as to where they go, but if we have a homicide and we are able to track a license plate and in that area, and then eventually get someone's phone, where it takes us search warrants to get data off their phones. We don't have the free will to just put a cell phone into your home, multiple devices, and monitor everything that's going on in your home. We don't have that freedom to do that. That's already taking place privately. But what we do have is we're able to get a snapshot of a vehicle, just a quick one, and it shows us a plate or a vehicle description that we can research and find out if if we're investigating a case, if that individual is involved in our particular criminal activity. So very important. It's one of the best things that's ever come out as far as law enforcement being able to respond and actually solve cases. Prior to this, we worked cases, you take people's statements, witnesses, and a lot of dead ends. Now we can track vehicles and find out where they're going because the network's all across the country. Same with cameras being in locations, mainly in cities and things like that. I would support Rensselaer having multiple cameras. Same with any community like DeMont with so much activity with cameras monitoring or just like our courthouse, with our courthouse having cameras. Huge plus for when things happen. We don't need a witness. We have a camera showing us exactly what's going on, and also making it available for us to follow up leads. I don't think that's an intrusion in people's privacy. I think that's an innovative idea to help resolve crime and keep the public safe. So that's my opinion on it. Whether or not that stays that way with individuals that are fighting against that, in my opinion, I support it 100%. So.
It'd be interesting to know how many of these Amber Alerts we get from time to time, unfortunately, are solved from the block cameras, where a child got abducted somewhere and you see that along the interstate, you see it everywhere. So they're actively using those for that.
We have many, many cases solved just in our jurisdiction. Brandon Napier has been involved in many, many of those investigations. And just from our 7 that we have, it's been a great advantage for us. And I can only imagine across the country just how many cases they resolve.
Yeah.
A lot of these you see online with social media, they'll play footage from your body cameras, dash cameras, people's cameras in their homes. I don't know if people are not aware, but most we're seeing a huge upturn in video equipment in folks' private homes. So now when we look for to investigate a burglary or an incident that may have occurred, we just go down the street and you'll find multiple residences with possible camera footage showing vehicles, suspects, the whole business. So we've become very, very advanced in technology.
Like Brandon might have.
Chief, you want
I know there's some folks here that don't like the flock. There's a lot of fear mongering out there on the internet. So gotta be careful we get your information. I always tell people that, but something I would like to propose for our community around here at least. I would be willing to get with flock and a couple of our investigators from the area. If you guys want some real education about what we use flock for, if you want to hear the truth of the matter, I'd be willing to host an event one night and we can just sit down and we can talk about flock. This is what our cameras, this is how we use it. These are our restrictions on it. Because one thing I don't want to see is these cameras are expensive, obviously, and there's a lot of social media crap out there about damaging them, trying to encourage people to do it. Well, all you're doing is you're doing a very big disservice to the community because, like the sheriff was indicating, as a detective, I can't tell you the serious violent felony crimes that I've only been able to solve because of flock. Not because we're out there just wanting to be nosy to see who's doing what, but we truly use these only for very serious events. So I'd be more than willing to put something together if you guys would be okay.
That'd be
with that.
great.
And we could sit down, we could actually talk about the group and to lock in how we use it in our community. I can't speak because
They don't monitor traffic.
We're getting tickets, we should not, we're even there.
we can't do that on block. That's not what block.
Right now.
Well, it's being
That's
done.
not what
That-
block,
that may
is, but
change.
that's not what we're gonna do. You guys could,
You say that, but that
Yeah,
may change.
it's being done.
It's
I
not
just
gonna
got a
be
letter.
guaranteed.
from where?
I
From
just
where?
got a letter 2 weeks ago.
From where?
From whoever's doing.
Not from Jasper County.
What's from the camera people.
It's not from, I'm talking about our community.
I
First one
understand
is
that you're
free.
saying right
I'm
now.
saying
Turn
that.
Yeah.
Call it
But at what
75.
point?
No.
Okay, here, this will be a,
So.
No, this-
do something good.
well, no, this is a great reason why we should have
Agree.
a public
Mhm.
information session.
Sure.
My feeling would be, what was that?
Because I'm getting a letter
Got
from whoever's running the camera.
Hang on just a second. Can I get your name and at least your town that you're from so we can,
Wire.
okay? All right. What town are you from?
Township, 7950 north, 500 east, Bluefield.
Okay, that's fine. So, getting back to the topic on those, your proposal, two questions. If we do get them, how long does it take to get those? Just curious.
They said about 2 months.
Okay. So, the real need for potential traffic ramp up is going to be what, later towards the end of the
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, it's gonna blow that.
So maybe before we decide to get cameras, we would have call a public meeting or however we want to do it, get the information on it and then actually hash out how many we would get as opposed to just making a decision on getting cameras today. Would be good to find out get the information out there, how they're going to be used in the county, what the purpose is. Also, maybe in the meantime, if you're getting letters from other vendors or other sources, it'd be interesting to turn those into the sheriff's department to find out if they're legit or if they're just a scam. And so we can maybe vet what's the truth behind. I mean, I get text once in a while that says I went through a toll. Yeah, at which I never went anywhere near the toll, so I know that's a scam. So Brandon, if possible, along with the benefit of what the camera is, could you maybe research what some of the current scams that are out there that
Sure,
are
absolutely.
masking to look legit and yet they're causing this kind of agitation for people, which I totally appreciate and understand.
Sure.
So maybe we could, I don't know, pull something together in August. How long of a presentation would it take? I guess maybe it's something we could have them do at our commissioner meeting.
Good.
Are you talking
That's
20?
gonna be, this would have to be a separate, this would be a separate. thing.
Okay.
There'd be a-
Okay,
Yeah.
so call an evening meeting at some point. Okay,
Well, yeah,
Okay.
we'll get that lined out. but I
Okay.
Want to do it at a commissioner meeting. I want people to have time to talk about it and I want people to get some actual education, not just what they're hearing online. You know, Mr. Wireman, I guarantee you that letter didn't come from Jasper County or that citation did not, we do not do that. here.
It did come from that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, we do not do that here.
Hey, chief, is there a way you can get with Indiana State Police and
Mhm.
differentiate with the way they have their speed cameras
Sure.
up in construction zones? That way you can tell, okay, this is what these cameras are for. This is what the flock cameras, like, there's a significant difference there because I've been pegged in Iowa on many occasions.
Construction zone cameras, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sorry,
So-
didn't mean to call.
no, that's, I would say, pick your date for when your meeting's gonna be. Get that posted on the website so we can make sure that we could be available to sit in on it as well. And then, that'll give us, we'll consider it a study session or a fact-finding time, and that'll give us information and a recommendation from the sheriff's department as to how many cameras we should consider after we've kind of vetted the topic.
Okay.
So
Sounds fair.
we'll do that. We'll look to hear the follow-up from you guys. And you guys also have an excellent and thorough messaging system from the sheriff's department. So that would also be the place to post it. And then you folks, as you get notice of that, please pass that notice along. We can have it at the fairgrounds or wherever we need to. or up north, whatever. I'll let you guys determine that. You just tell us where to be and when, and we'll do that.
All right,
So,
sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it. And thanks for your input, Mr. Wireman. Appreciate it. I mean, this stuff we want to like to get to the bottom of. You know, it's trying to, I know I use the term a lot, thread the needle, but we're trying to find the balance between maintaining public safety and not being big brother, overreaching, looking into everybody's bit of business. So thank you.
Reen,
Yeah, Eric?
I've been on top of this flock issue for a couple of years now. I've had clients that have been not by Jasper County pulled over because of the status of the owner of the vehicle and not the situation of the driver. I think that there have been a lot of constitutional abuses of the flock system using real-time data to go after people and find them and get them for non-dangerous situations. I've reviewed the Indiana State Police procedures, which are, I think, fine-tuned. I'm sorry, apparently there's no audio in the room, but
You just
yeah,
speak and we'll hear you.
okay.
That's fine.
I'm a practicing attorney here in Jasper County. I had a client of mine in Purdue a few years ago who had a HTV designation, no license for him. And officers came and got him in a parking garage on Purdue campus due to a flock camera pinging the vehicle when there was no reason to initiate a traffic stop. And there were no exigent circumstances present. That to me is a constitutional violation. And there's a difference on the flock system and using it to catch an armed robbery suspect heading out of a truck stop on I-65 or the Amber Alerts or doing other things that are immediate public safety being a problem where we need the flock system. Flock system stores data and it could be accessed by law enforcement retroactively to review and do investigative work. I think that's important as well to do research with warrants and court authority to respect the privacy of the information and confidentiality. Indiana State Police had good procedures set up. I've had other jurisdictions that were getting people, for example, I have a person with a OWI suspension. The wife is driving the car, she gets pulled over because the registered owner of the vehicle has a suspended license. And court papers were slow to give the B&V notice that the license suspension was stayed. Well, then you have somebody who's pulled over, who's married to this person and lawfully driving, and there's no cause to initiate that traffic stop. So I've had several clients with constitutional violations, as far as I'm concerned, not by Jasper County, but the flock system. So I have real concerns about it. But I also recognize that. So I would appreciate the opportunity.
Well,
to get.
I would say it'd be great if you would kind of coordinate with Chief Napier and weigh in what the boundaries need to be as far as Jasper County conduct for sure regarding these cameras from your constitutional experience with your clients. Because we certainly don't want that to happen in our county. Well, that could be part of the discussion. Definitely. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate your input on that. I think we'll get to a better solution with that information combined.
Yep. And we'll wait to hear from you on that. That's really all I've got today. So
You're done.
That's all? That's all you got today?
that's it.
Run out of wind, got tired.
Yeah.
What happened?
Thanks, Sharon.
All
Thanks,
right.
Sheriff.
Thanks, Sheriff. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. All right. Yes.
James.
Okay. Sure. I mean, we can have him do that while Andy's talking, can't we?
Sure, go ahead. Doesn't matter.
Nice to see you. Did you have a good vacation?
It was an awesome day, awesome week, enjoyed it. A couple things that I want to bring up. We are at 43 calls for the year so far. I just want to address some of you all. You all know I'm a licensed son. The state of Indiana, Randolph County Sheriff's Department tracked him and he was in Caribou, Maine. 2 miles from Canada. And had he gotten that 2 miles into Canada, we'd have never been able to bring him back to Indiana and prosecute him. So,
But literally fine, have people-
well, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I just want you to know that it does work for the purpose. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not sending that letter that you want to get it.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But, you know, I think the gentleman here, the lawyer's got a point, you know, I mean, it's pretty hard to prosecute somebody with a picture when you don't have an officer standing there that took the picture. So, okay, question number one, I want you guys to be aware of, there was a law that goes into effect this year that we never had this problem since I've been here because Sheriff Perry and I and Sheriff Reisner and Williamson, we've always worked very well together, but the state of Indiana has had other counties that didn't have that relationship, and so they passed a law that forces the law enforcement and the coroner's office to work very close together and share their information.
But you guys
We haven't had that problem, so we're good with that.
It's one up
We
here,
still
so
have a little bit of a drug interdiction problem.
like a built-in system with some software to make it better. Sometimes that might be as well. I think Bob's working on this one, just switch to the microphone. It says it's audio, so it's like this.
They're on the phone here. And if they're not aware of it, if you've got Benadryl at home, lock it up, keep the kids away from it. They're overdosing on Benadryl. Depending on the person's weight, it takes about 12 tablets and it becomes a hallucinogenic. And some of our neighboring states have already had several deaths from it. It does cause a problem of cardiorespiratory arrest. And so just want to inform the public that that is a possibility. They need to get out there and see that they keep their meds tied up. And so the kids can't get in touch with that. So any questions, gentlemen?
We just get.
A couple of nice 9 inches, a couple of nice 10-inch, nice 12-inch crowdies.
Nice.
So
You got the larger one.
that's it.
I have you back.
Anything else, gentlemen? I'll get in touch with you, Frank. I'm going to get a meeting scheduled. I got thoughts up from we did have our state conference and there's been some thoughts about legislation and stuff like that. Perfect committee. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. That's it. Was that short now, Kate?
Thank you.
Okay, next up, probably the easiest point of business we'll take care of is the covered bridge certification.
Yeah, it's just the annual report that says we do not have any covered bridges in Jasper County.
Yeah, earth stat and thing.
But I need it signed and sent to the state.
Can I get a motion, one of you, to move and approve us signing the covered bridge certification that we have no covered bridges in Jasper County's public right of way?
I'll make a motion to approve
certification. Ryan's on record here. Really Jack to reaffirm this? Yeah.
Jack, can you word that for me?
Second, we have a second. Support by Craig. All right. Any further discussion? No. All in favor as presented, say aye. Okay.
And then the only other thing that I didn't want to do right now, I was going to do it like next month, is in September when everyone else is going to conference. Odds are my office is going to conference too. So
Okay.
soon to be happening. That's it.
That is true. If you want to see as far as I know, only unofficial covered bridge in Jasper County, you have to go out to Curtis Creek over at the golf course.
Yeah.
He made his own over the ditch. Yeah, made it. Okay, Mary, planning and development.
Okay. Rezone from A1 to A2. Family has 10 acres. They would like to split 2.5 off so their daughter and grandchildren can be nearby. So it's a unanimous recommendation.
Okay, so we've heard from Mary, one commission administrator, about the favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission serving this rezone. Would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve as presented?
Make a motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second? Support. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
That's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. Okay, Eric, you've got a few points and mics are working now, so. Hear you.
We had discussed at the last meeting, or the June 1st meeting, REMC's request for an extension of the ordinance from 5 years earlier to exempt them for broadband infrastructure that they're placing in the county. And at the time, I had suggested a public hearing today. I did not have the time to get that set up. I have researched some more just to make sure that we don't have a timing issue, and actually we don't. We're good on timing, and so I can get a notice out so that there can be a public hearing on the broadband exemption zone, and also check in with REMC to see if there's any changes from where we were 5 years ago before the exemption.
Is Matt still here? Matt, you want to come up and give us an update so that way, and then you can leave any materials with Attorney Beaver, and then we can get that notice out for the next meeting to officially execute it.
No, absolutely. So I'm Matt Bristol with Jasper County REMC. I'm the broadband manager. I oversee the fiber operations of the business for REMC. I do have a couple maps just to share with the commissioners, and it's available via our website as well. If you go to JasperREMC.com, there's a link there. You can see where our fiber broadband zones are all installed in Jasper County, as well as our surrounding electric service territory. It's been a busy several years, looking for that extension. With engineering, with everything catching up, it extended the build quite a bit. So we are running a little behind schedule. Currently, we have about 645-ish miles of fiber installed in Jasper County, as well as our surrounding electric service territory. Right now, we're about 1,300 subscribers for our broadband segment of our business, fiber business, and we're growing every day. Currently, there's a lot of, if you look at our map, and I apologize not having it on a screen or a large map, and you can see there's quite a few holes in that service territory. And we're very well aware that everybody can't get it. Jasper County, in 1938, with the building out the system, the electrical system, broadband is just as important. Fiber access is just as important for education, for healthcare, for business, for everything. It's a staple. And just like electric, it's very important. And we're still working on plans to fill in some of those voids, basically, inside of our
Is this map just your physical fiber build out, or is this the wireless as well?
So that is just a physical fiber business rollout. We do have fixed wireless.
Yeah.
It does not meet all the needs of subscribers completely. So that is a service that the FCC, USAC, they're wanting to go a little faster than what we can provide through wireless. So fiber can provide that. REMC can provide multi-gig services all the way to like small services as well. We cover everything in the gambit. So whatever your needs are, we as a co-op and our members, we've built a really stable infrastructure to be able to provide service for many years and provide whatever that we have the flexibility of adjusting as well and making sure everybody's covered who like the service. We do have lots of voids. We worked with the state of Indiana and the federal government through OCRA and NLC grant monies. We've used those monies. The reason why the holes are there is because we were having to go to certain addresses for those grants. Currently, we're in the phases of reviewing our maps, reviewing our holes, reviewing the need of our members as well as non-members in certain areas to make sure we can try to fill in those gaps of service. We don't want to duplicate efforts by any means. If someone maybe has built fiber to a certain area, we do not want to create any problems. We just want our members and our non-members served in our county is one of our major goals. So I can answer any questions, but looking forward to that. I mean, whatever we need to do to keep moving forward, I'd be appreciative. I want to thank everybody for their support of our project, and the commissioners have been doing a great job of getting fiber out to those areas in the county. So I definitely want to give them props there. Any questions I can answer? I want to keep it short. Sorry. I don't have a list of 9 items.
Is it the exemption you're looking for to extend? Is this for all new future build stuff? Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
Because there is equipment that's starting to fall off that exemption from the original starting point.
That is correct.
Go on the tax rolls.
That is correct.
So it's just for future new builds.
Future new builds and our current infrastructure. We're building out, closing work orders and whatnot on this current bill to meet those needs. So
good. That's all I had.
Any questions, Ryan?
No.
Still skeptically for
REMC,
your belt.
my battery's about shot.
Mine too.
REMC, before all this BEAD money came out and other grant money, took the risk to start getting underserved areas taken care of in the county. So I know that's why the previous commissioners or previous board of commissioners granted that exemption, and Jasper County REMC has invested in the county, been operating here since when?
1930.
38. So, pushing 90 years. So I think it behooves us to consider, extending that, so forth. So Eric, I guess get the details together and then we'll get that handled next month meeting, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank
Yep.
you, Bristol.
Diana, why don't you put that map over there on the table, and then after the meeting, if any of you all want to have a look at the map, you're more than welcome to, and I'll grab it. Or you can keep it for your records if you want, it's fine.
That's kind of what went on.
Okay. All right, Eric, next, Ryan Construction Road Use.
Yes, Ryan Construction is the company that's working with Amazon right now to do the site preparation for the data center project, which was approved by the commissioners and council in the month of June. And in order for there to be a improvement location permit for rough grading to be issued, the commissioners required a road use agreement be entered by Ryan Companies on behalf of Amazon. And so the company has agreed to the terms that the county has required, and they have signed the agreement that came out of my office. And so then in order for that to be binding 2 ways, then this would be for commissioners to approve time.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I want to thank Craig and Ryan for being instrumental in helping to craft the details of these road use agreements. Craig, any comments you care to make?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. We kind of have a template now that we've got in place that has all the issues as far as use and reconstruction, repairs, et cetera, taken care of. So Ryan, any comments from you? Sure. Okay. All right. This has been signed from the company. So all in favor, or say, I'd like to move and make the motion for the commissioners to sign the road use agreement that we have presented to Ryan Company.
Make a motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Support.
Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Next up, we have the GENCO road use. And it's also been signed by NIPSCO Generation LLC. And comments security taken in this, Craig, around. It's essentially the same terms. The company agreed to them so that they could start the limited mass grading efforts.
I think it's a fair comment to make that BFNS will be overseeing a lot of this, making sure that these agreements are adhered to throughout the project and to continue through.
BFNS, for anyone who needs to know, is our construction compliance monitor, Butler Fairman Seifert engineering firm. They've worked with the county for many years on a variety of topics, whether it's our bridges and roads, traffic safety, ADA Title VI compliance. And they're working on traffic safety grants with us, and then they're also our construction compliance monitor, and have the ability to contract with subcontractors if needed, if they needed compliance services that are beyond their expertise. So they are our go-to, and they're also setting up a county hotline, which did we find?
It is.
Is it active? Okay, so we'll get that on the website. It's the same hotline number that was active during the WING project. If there's questions from citizens or have any concerns, issues, whatever, there's a number that can be called. And then BFNS is the liaison between the county and these projects and developers. So they did a nice job taking care of us in the south, and we expect to be the same going forward. With them. Yeah, we'll have it out there. We'll have physical copies, and we'll have that on the website as well. Yes. Yeah. So with all that background said, would one of you gentlemen want to move and make the motion to approve the road use agreement for this with GENCO?
Move to approve the GENCO RUA.
Support. Craig makes the motion. Ryan supports. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
That is approved. Then we have the agreement to cover the reimbursement of costs. Eric, do you want to touch on this just a little bit?
Yes, this is similar to what we had entered into with EDP renewables for the windmill contract project, which actually improved the execution of their project and getting it in place and helped deal with any issues locally in that project. And we had used that as a template to enter negotiations with NIPSCO for their natural gas peaker project. And it was modified through negotiations to fit that project. And then GENCO, we have entered into a similar agreement that fits this particular project, which is for the coverage of monies for, I believe it's for traffic control expenses. That would be one part of the expenses that have not yet been accounted for with the other agreements that have already been put in place. And so this will fill in that hole with additional monies to pay the county and reimburse its expenses.
Okay. Craig or Ryan, any questions, or would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the reimbursement cost agreement?
To make a motion to approve the reimbursement.
Ryan makes the motion. We have a second. Support. Supported by Craig. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that is approved. All right, next up, we have a few conference requests from Clerk Tara Fishburn. Is Tara here, or is she on Zoom? You know, Cynthia.
Don't know.
Where's Mark? It's pretty standard. It's to go to attend the Indiana Voter Registration Conference, and the clerk, deputy clerk, and coroner and treasurer to attend the 2026 AIC annual. Craig or Ryan, any questions?
You got the battery. Three.
Oh, yeah,
No, they're on being charged
well,
right now.
just
And she is not online.
okay.
We have ordered new batteries. Yeah, they just haven't come in here.
Yeah, and there's Couple over there now that.
Well, one batteries in the
Thanks. All right, we'll play the battery shelving job. All right, so you've heard the request for these conferences, pretty standard. Would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the request to attend these conferences?
I'll make a motion to approve the conference.
Ryan makes the motion, supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Those are approved. Health Department Administrator Kate Barrett, welcome. How many items on your list today? Only a couple, okay, all right.
Conference, that'll be probably a 3-night stay for him.
Hey, can you pull the microphone down? They're having a hard time still online.
A little more, yeah, right in front of your mouth, there you go, all right, very good. Okay.
Just like Carrie did.
We don't have any words though, and you don't want to hear me saying that. Okay. So that conference is when for Jordan?
That's September the 23rd.
Okay. All right, one of you guys want to move and make the motion to approve Jordan to attend that conference?
So move to approve.
Support. Greg makes the motion, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
All right. The next thing is I just want to give you an update. We did get a couple of grants to us again. The first one is the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant, which we've had for a few years. We did get that again. It's for roughly the same amount of money, which allows us to keep our part-time emergency preparedness coordinator on staff and then just prepares for the public health emergency. So we did get that. And then we also have a new one that our community health specialist got, and that's the Safe Routes to School, and that's for $5,000. So she's hoping to get some bike helmets and attend that the bike and walk to school event that goes on every year, and then maybe do like a bike rodeo at some point. So you'll just give you an update on her.
Curious, what was the amount, the grant amount for was it similar to previous or more or less or what?
The public health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 43,000.
So about same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
This is just our BP3, so we knew we'd be awarded, just the dollar amounts changed very minimal.
Okay, good,
So.
good. Okay.
The last thing would be the health board. We have had a couple of people resign. So this appointment is by the mayor. And so we're going with Greg Osborne. He is a pharmacist. So all I'll need is your signature for this, approving that this is the board and the mayor's appointment.
Okay.
So he's happy to do it and we're excited to have him.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
think we've had a pharmacist.
Okay. Very good. Just for the sake of formality, one of you guys want to move to approve us to sign the form confirming the mayor's health board appointment.
I'll move to approve the appointment by the mayor.
Okay. So Craig makes a motion, supported by Ryan. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
And the other one's just our president had resigned from the board, so the board did vote on a new president, and that's going to be Anita Reed. She's been on the board for several years, so she was happy to do it, and I'm excited to have her doing that as well.
Yeah. So do we need to sign that now, or?
You just need to sign the one that's for the state, send it to the state saying this is what it is, but that's it. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. It's right here. You need all three of us or just one? Just one. Okay. All right, thanks. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, Jasper County Community Services, Sharon, is she here today or?
She is out today.
She's out today. Well, Ryan, you can give us a little.
So she's got a couple things on her list. We got a fire system, heat detector replacement, and alarm batteries installation up at the body center up north. She's looking for some opioid settlement funding for transportation funding. There's a couple small landscape projects she wants done around the Fase Center and then turn painting at the Rensselaer Fase Center, the Rensselaer Senior Center. So fire systems are around $1,876 for code deficiencies of about. She's requesting $3,000 from the opioid with a letter attached, basically to help cover some cost on transportation to get people to and from.
So like from the unrestricted, or is this for restricted because it's for treatments? I guess I see for treatment.
Yeah.
So it'd be from the restricted fund to provide transportation for people to addiction treatment facility.
That's correct.
Okay. $3,000 for that. Okay. All right. That's a use I didn't expect for that.
No.
Okay.
She's going to be coming in, wait till after I get down with Barrett. There's a couple landscape projects at the Fase Center she wants to get done. I said, no problem. I can probably handle that with the helping the skid steer or something like that. So taking out some of the larger burning bushes that have been growing up into the building and around the light poles just to clean it up around there a little bit.
And then we have 647.52 for the thermostat.
Yes. Yes, that one was brought last week.
Okay. All right. And then she looks like she sent a budget here too. Okay.
Your proposed budget for the
Okay. All right. Okay. Craig, any questions? All right.
No.
Okay.
Thank you for being part of that.
Yeah, I do appreciate that, Ryan,
Bring those.
doing that. Well, let's move on these individually here then. We have the fire systems repair for $1,876. Would one of you want to move and make a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. We have a second. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
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 That's approved. Keep adding to it. Next is the request for $3,000 from the restricted opioid settlement funds, which I think we have $400,000 plus dollars in there. And this appears to be a legitimate use for that restricted site. So would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the $3,000 request for transportation services for people to their treatment facilities?
Move to approve.
Craig makes the motion. We have a second. Supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's approved. And finally, the thermostat repair. For 600, the Cruisewick from $647.52. Would one of you move and make a motion to approve that expense?
Make the motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. We have a second.
Supported
by Craig. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's three. Okay, Town of Wheatfield, Jeff Molnar. He's here today. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for allowing us to be here. We are looking, this is Brian Flakowski, is the town council president, also serves as police commissioner for the town of Wheatfield. I'm Jeff Molnar, the acting town marshal at this time. And I'm here to make some requests regarding updates, upgrades we need additional equipment as we prepare for the Amazon project to begin with the increase of traffic and activity that are coming through our area. First thing on the request is an additional police vehicle. We currently have a 2025 Dodge Durango and then we have a Ram, Dodge Ram that's over 10 years old or at 10 years old. Currently, we would like to purchase another vehicle, a Ford Explorer from Curry Motors. You can see there we got a quote for $46,525 from Curry Motors. It's just a base model, not configured at all. In addition to then, we have with the Sheriff's Department's recommendations to have move over outfitters out of Lafayette equip the vehicle. My request was to equip it exactly like the Sheriff's Department's vehicles are as well. And so that quote came to $17,642.98. So that vehicle total would be approximately $64,167.98.
Okay, and any questions for Jeff regarding this first couple items here, the vehicle and the outfitting?
Fabulous.
Okay.
Did they give you a rough turnaround on the outfitting, I guess? I'm sorry.
The purchase of the vehicle can, it's with Curry Motors and Valvoline, so basically it is, as soon as we have a check to them or whatever, move over outfitters, I'm going to guess October, November. So that's going to be our quickest lead time that I could get from the people I talked to. So.
Yeah, which was a lot quicker than what we originally were looking at with the truck out of state and them outfitting it. I mean, that was 8-9 month lead time.
Okay. All right. Let's take the vehicle first. Would one of you guys want to make a motion to approve the purchase of the vehicle of $46,525? Would be out of procured economic impact funds, which I know the council's working on getting those line items established so that the appropriations can happen. Any comments or questions yet from Ryan or Craig?
Sir, make a motion to approve.
Ryan makes the motion. Do we have a second? Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, the next item on our list is from All Traffic Solutions. This is a radar trailer unit, so we can move this around the town of Wheatfield along State Road 49 to State Road 10. It monitors the speed of traffic, gives us a traffic count. It also has a message board on it, regards to if we need to get messages to the community, in addition to alerting people that they are exceeding the speed limit by flashing red green lights on the trailer. That came in at $20,023.32.
I'm sorry, what was that number?
$20,423.32.
Thank you.
Okay. Before we move beyond that, I'd like to get a motion to approve for the outfitting of the vehicle. Would one of you want to move and make that motion?
I move to approve the outfitting.
Support. Craig makes the motion. Ryan supports. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now for the any questions about the traffic safety solution here? The mobile trailer. Okay. Would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the purchase of the All Traffic Solutions mobile trailer, which will display the speed and so forth?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Ryan. We have a second. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
And then the next item on the list is a quote from Axon for Taser 10s. These are we currently have one functioning Taser for the department that is carried by one of our officers. I have a quote for 5 here for with 5 tasers through acts on the taser 10s. It allows for further range to engage with the person if needed. So that helps with officer safety. It is the newest one that the state police and the conservation and other departments use up around the area. And is at a total of $30,497. That also provides the training and installation of the devices.
Are those actually, do you actually carry those mobily or are they outfitted in the vehicle? Like,
They're carried on the belt, sir.
okay, like on the belt or whatever.
Yes.
What do you currently have for officers?
I could
Number wise.
What's that?
How many officers do you have now?
We have currently 3, and then we're looking to ask for, some additional officers to help with, extra support out there.
Okay, Ryan or Craig, want to move and make the motion to approve the purchase of the, I see here, are these leased or purchased?
These are purchased.
And it says program length 60 months, is that?
Yeah, that's kind of like the, software updates and things like that.
Okay.
And the training, whatever.
Do they have life beyond that, or do you know?
Potentially, I mean, yeah, they're probably, hopefully will have life beyond that, but like the current tasers we have, they can't get updates anymore.
Oh,
Like
okay.
functioning, so
Okay.
it's you're kind of at the mercy of when they decide.
Planned obsolescence and that's.
Yeah.
Is this the same brand and style that the sheriff's department uses?
I don't believe the sheriff's department is carrying these yet.
Okay.
But I believe state police and the conservation, Michigan City does carry some other local agencies. It's their most recent. I think it has a 50-foot reach, which makes it safer for the officers. Well,
Okay.
and you can tase multiple people if you have to.
Okay.
I don't want to be present for the practice session. That's all.
I need a bigger head start.
Apparently so.
I'd move to approve.
All right, Craig makes the motion. Do we have seconds? Supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Next item on the list is currently the town of Wheatfield allows in their budget to have an 8-hour shift for an officer. And so with this construction increase in traffic, I'm looking to ask for an additional 8-hour shift per day. I do have a monthly breakdown there. I'm not quite sure when you folks are anticipating an increase in traffic and activity in the area, but whenever you guys would like to start that, we would greatly appreciate that as well, to add that 8-hour shift. That's at $38 an hour.
Is that every day of the week?
That's every day of the week. So that can also be changed, moved around as well at your guidance discretion.
So how far outside of what is traditionally known as the town of Wheatfield do you guys, or will you guys patrol?
We will go, we have mutual aid agreements, more or less. We will go where we're needed. We're willing, I would say, Brian, you're willing to definitely be within our buffer zone.
Yeah, historically we've stayed in the buffer zone, a little bit out there. If the sheriff requests help, we help them, they help us, kind of thing. Again, we normally run 8 hours a day. The sheriff requested we at least go to another 8-hour shift, just not something we had budgeted for coming up to the construction.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen Wheatfield PD in Vermont assisting at traffic accidents, things like that.
Yeah.
You guys definitely cover.
Yeah, that's just, we all help each other out in this small community.
Was the anticipated increase this fall? We think October. So maybe we get the ball. He's got the ball rolling here that we maybe look to help get this approved by September meeting.
Good.
All right. I mean, if something changes and you're noticing an unusual uptick sooner than that, we can.
No, I mean, we have obviously already started to see some of it, but it's still manageable at this point.
Yeah, I would say we'll angle towards having that in place by October, which means we'll probably need to move on in September. So just put it on your calendar and we'll remind Cynthia to get you back on the agenda for that for sure. We got budget
September meeting.
Yeah, September meeting would be good. That's it.
And I assume you guys are in a hiring
We're gonna, what my intent is to, because it's kind of a temporary thing, more or less. We will, put it out there for area officers to pick up some off-duty shifts or whatever type of thing as well. So we have, because, you know, again, it's like the sheriff's folks sending people to the academy, you're kind of taking them out for 6 months. So I'm hoping there's an opportunity we can get some off-duty officers that would want to pick up some shifts with us in order to help this project or get us through this project.
Okay.
Have you guys seen an uptick in traffic violations coming through the since?
Yeah, we have. I've talked to the guys and said, kind of told them to hit the buffer zones, things like that, to kind of watch that traffic. So,
do you know how much commercial vehicle activity you've seen as far as traffic violations? Out of curiosity.
As far as traffic violations, I think I told the guys probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. So they've only made 2 or 3 traffic stops on commercial vehicles and just kind of gave them a firm warning in regards to, you know, we will be watching this. So,
excellent.
Okay. Next on the list is AEDs. I've requested 4 of those. They are, I've talked to Dave Dutlinger, the director for Repeal EMS. This is the brand he is recommending, is Stryker. He says this can allow for a smooth transition from to their equipment by just simply unplugging the pads and transferring it and plugging them into their units. So, you know, there's no delay with working with the patient there. So I have a quote for Stryker AEDs, 1 for each of our vehicles and 1 to put in between the town hall and police department. So requesting 4 at $8,925.88
each.
No,
all 4
total.
Combined.
$89.25.80 was total.
Yeah, they are $1759.86 each, and then there's a couple pieces of equipment, a case and some other items.
Does the annual inspection or certification come with that purchase, or is that something you have to do in addition?
Dave, you answer that one.
These are set up for good for 4 years. They come with 4-year pads on them and everything else. So it's pretty much open them out of the box, put them in the case, and they're good to go.
And are they're still good after and if they get used?
Yeah.
Able to be put back and used again? Okay.
Yep. And with these being compatible with what we're using, we can swap out pads with the PD officers as well. So they don't need to worry about restocking inventory or anything else. We can just pull them off our truck, hand them to them, and keep on going. So.
Okay.
Just like a fire extinguisher, does monthly inspection on them, check, make sure the battery's good, like any other AED, right?
Yeah, I mean, on the annual inspections, I mean, it's turn the power on, check to make sure it's good, and they're fine. So.
Well, I mean, you do it every month too, right?
On the AEDs, annually is about the frequency they need.
Everything we've got in the county is got a monthly tag on it. Somebody's checking them monthly.
We can implement that plan as well. So.
Okay.
It's on you guys to do the inspections.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's I guess that was like
somebody designated, right? Like the officer, right?
Sounds like we gave Dave.
Sounds like Dave got it.
Yeah, you're going to Dave can handle that.
You stood out.
Yeah.
Down the street.
That's right. I don't care if it's a sticky note with his initials on it, but it needs to be on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then we've had that request for those AED units, 89, 25, 88. Would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve that request?
Move to approve for the AEDs.
Support. Craig makes the motion, Ryan supports. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye. Have you guys had AEDs at all?
We did a very long time back when there was a grant for them, but we do not have them currently. So even though we're all trained on them.
And once again, it's going to take the council and the auditor's office they're going to be a little bit of a lag time as they get this account set up, but all these claims will get processed then as soon as they have that money ready to appropriate.
Okay, appreciate it. Next item on the list is Motorola Solutions. These are the radios that the sheriff talked about, the next radios. I have on the summary sheet I provided you, there's a 4 there, but it's actually a quantity of 3. So basically 1 for each of our vehicles or officers to have if we have our total of 3 vehicles out. And so you can see there, there's a total. Again, I requested them to mimic the sheriff's department's agreement, or cost. And that came to 34,290 or 296.99.
And sheriff and chief were able to help him make the connections that he needed to get the same
Yeah,
deal.
that is, yeah.
Okay.
I think they actually came in slightly cheaper than the quote the sheriff's department had, and they asked for 3. I'm sure they're getting a better discount with their 47.
Okay. All right. Okay, any questions on that?
Second, that's to approve.
Ryan makes the motion to approve. Do we have a second? Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
The next item on the list is Dell rugged laptops. These were recommended by Ryan King with the sheriff's department. The current laptops we have, he believes are going to be short-lived due to the fact that they are not the rugged books. And so with the vibration in the vehicles, the high rates of speeds, other terrain we may encounter, these are going to be set up more to handle that type of environment being operated while in a moving vehicle. And so that was a total of 4 of those. Basically, again, 1 for each vehicle in addition to a backup or 1 on station. That total came to $11,473.36.
Okay. Yeah, Ryan's had good experience setting up the sheriff's department with that kind of equipment, so I would say he has a good handle on what's durable. Any questions concerning the laptops? Okay, if not, would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the purchase of the laptops for the Wheatfield law enforcement vehicles?
Move to approve.
Or Craig makes a motion, Ryan supports. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye. Aye. That is approved.
Last item on the list, I wasn't, obviously able to give you a quote because we're going to need to have equipment that when we do bring on additional officers, it needs to be purchased. The only item that the sheriff's department, Vermont PD, any other departments, it sounds like the only thing they're going to allow them to wear is a ballistic vest. And so at some point we may need additional firearms, other equipment for the officers to carry as well. So I just put an estimated 10,000 in there. Again, not sure how you would like to handle that in regards to equipping these officers with some miscellaneous equipment they may need to do their job that's not transferable from their department.
You want to leave it as a general amount, or are you guys wanting a more specific quote on items? I'll defer to you guys on.
I'd rather see it earmarked myself. That way everybody has an idea of what's being used for with your department.
Okay.
I'd like to see that. That would be.
So more of an itemized request, is that what you're thinking?
Itemized request.
Okay.
No problem. I could work on that. As obviously we do definitely have time if we're not looking until October.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could let us know you need 4 uniforms, 4 vests, or whatever it is, so we get what that is. Because obviously, this is not taxpayer dollars. This is economic impact money from the agreement signed, and so we want to keep track of how that went for our public knowledge to know where we spent this money and how it has benefited the local jurisdictions who needed some upgrades. I mean, I think this is great. You're able to get up to speed to this, and I want to thank you for engaging with us, Ryan, especially starting these conversations to help us find out what you guys need.
Yeah, and I want to really say thank you as well. This is really providing the town of Wheatfield and the police department with some fantastic updates, upgrades that we've really truly needed that's been very difficult to get in our town budget.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, next up, Wheatfield EMS, David Myers. And I assume Dave is here as well, so, okay.
Starting early here.
Listed, but we do. Don't make it.
40.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Myers. Good morning, Commissioners. David Dublinger. Start all over. Thank you for the introduction, David. David Dublinger, Wheatfield EMS Director. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm speaking on behalf of Brian Myers, Bonnie Beeden, and David Myers, the trustees of Walker, Kankakee, and Wheatfield Townships, the overseeing board of Wheatfield Ambulance Service. With the data center, NIPSCO peaker plant, and the conversion of the Schaefer plant from coal to natural gas, we all know there's going to be a huge influx of construction workers, traffic, transient workers coming into our community. As we all sat through the informational meetings at Wheatfield Town Hall, I have developed a goal and vision of what we believe will be necessary for Wheatfield Ambulance Service to manage an increase of calls while keeping our community safe and protected as well. We do not ever want to see our community negatively affected by us experiencing an increase in call volumes. To keep our community protected, we have come to ask for an increase in funding in several categories. There's 8 of them, not 9, so I'm doing good. We currently operate 2 late model, fully stocked ALS ambulances and 1 older non-stocked ambulance that we keep as a backup. We currently keep 1 ambulance staff full-time with part-time employees, 1 paramedic and 1 EMT. Some of the ALS equipment on the 2 trucks are approaching the end of their service life and need replacement. Replacing the cardiac monitors was a huge first step, and we're very grateful for those getting passed and for us to have them. We're just about done training and setups on them and should have them in service here in a week or 2. After many long months, the trustees and I have created a plan to make sure we have reliable equipment, reliable staffing, and well-trained employees, and strong leadership to handle the upcoming changes. Our goal is to have 3 fully stocked ALS ambulances, with our primary crew having a full-time paramedic and EMT staffing it. Our second ambulance staffed 7A to 7P with part-time employees there. So we're coming to ask for the additional funding replacement. We'd like to replace our 2014 ambulance, increase funding for full and part-time and EMTs, increasing compensation for the director, replacement equipment for our current ambulances, equipment to stock the 3rd ambulance, training and education funds, station improvements to manage more personnel working there, safety gear and uniforms. The first item replacing our 2014 ambulance. It has about 175,000 miles on it. I was able to get a quote back in February to replace that current ambulance. It is $401,515. This quote was one that comes with a 2029 delivery date. This cost does not include any radios, electronics, or other equipment needed to outfit the ambulance. They did say they have current demo models available and 2 or 3 available on their production line that we could obtain cheaper and quicker if we would like to go down that road.
You have pricing on this?
I do not, because the pricing on anything coming off the lines right now is fluctuating by the day. The $4,001 or $401,000 for the vehicle coming in 2029, that is their best price at this point in time, because they will buy the Ford chassis in probably 2028, move it to the production line, and a lot of it depends on what Ford has for rebates and availability at that point in time as well. But they said the $401,000 for the model coming in 2029 would be at the top end of the expenses or the cost of an ambulance versus what we could maybe find quicker and cheaper if we decide to go that route. Okay. So we're asking for $401,515 to go towards the purchase of a new ambulance. I have these all broken down to where if you want to address each
item individually or do it combined at the end. It's totaled up on the last page as well as a total package for everything.
So on the ambulance, what is your preference? Are you willing to wait to 29 or are you, I know Jasper County EMS bought one off the line and I think it was maybe 383.
Yeah, I'm willing to wait up.
Just curious will your 2014 make it another year or are you concerned about equipment failure and you need something sooner? What's your preference?
We could always make things work. We've been doing it for many, many years. I would prefer something sooner than later. And if we can find one off the line, I am fine with that. I mean, I am not dead set on it. It has to have the correct configurations of cabinets and seats and everything else, as long as it is gas, four-wheel drive, and can hold the box and get us up and down the road.
What are your thoughts, fellas? You want him to look into one of those sooner, a spec model or probably could be outfitted very similar, just sometimes you get a little better deal if you're willing to take one off the lot as opposed to waiting for a full build out. But that's, you guys.
I'd hate to be committed to one coming in at 29 and one of the other ones lay down and then we're standing there.
Correct.
So if there's something that fits your need and you guys are satisfied with it, you guys got to use them.
Okay.
And it's coming up the line. I would say explore that avenue and report back to us. I mean, I don't think that's an issue at all.
When was the last time you had conversations on that?
With this company, the Osage, last time I had conversations with them was beginning of June. And he said the numbers were still looking the same there. Marquis, another ambulance company, they came by the other day with the demo model, just driving around showing it off. And it was right there in that 380, 390 ballpark.
Is that what Rensselaer used, Marquis? Is that what
could be?
Fort Wayne, South Bend there. Okay. I think that sounded familiar.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful ambulance. I mean, it was a diesel. We run all gas trucks. Believe it or fact, we don't have to mess with the
Stick with what you normally do. Gas. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would say in regards to item number 1, see what you can find.
Okay.
If you need one sooner.
Okay. And come back to you guys with full quote, everything.
I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is increasing funding to support full-time paramedics and EMTs. So for Wheatfield Ambulance Service, we currently have only part-time employees working in Wheatfield EMS. As I've come to find out, finding paramedics to work a part-time job is getting very, very difficult, especially during the summer months. I guess people want to go on vacations and have time with family versus working a second job. When I have asked paramedics of why they don't want to come work part-time at Wheatfield, the common answer is always money. Most paramedics can work their regular full-time job for $10 to $15 an hour more than what I can pay them. I heard one lady, she works for Superior and she gets $48 an hour working part-time versus me trying to pay $25. So going to full-time paramedics and EMTs will help to ensure a consistent, fully staffed crew on the ambulances. To handle the increase of call volume and to keep our community covered with emergency medical services, we're planning to staff our second ambulance with a paramedic and EMT for 12 hours a day. We would like to hire 4 full-time paramedics. 3 of them would be rotating a 24 to 48-hour shift schedule. The 4th paramedic would be as a PRN status or be required to backfill pre-scheduled vacation times, vacancies, or they would be assigned to the second truck. That way it helps ensure that the first truck is always covered at an ALS status, even covering vacation times. We would then like to hire 3 EMTs to work 24 48s. We have a strong employee list of EMTs that are still very capable of working part-time shifts, and I probably get at least 1 application a week for EMTs looking for part-time work. Our current roster of 35 employees is 7 paramedics and 28 EMTs, so we're very strong on the EMT side. And then we would have the second ambulance staffed 12 hours a day as well. The cost of increasing the payroll would be $534,724 per year, or roughly $1,465 a day over our current payroll budget. We would like to get people and employees set up and running by September 1st to cover our payroll and increases until the 2027 budget. We would need an additional $175,799.76 to get us through December 31st.
When you're looking at these new positions, how are you figuring funding as compared to the rest of the county as far as hourly rate?
The hourly rate is identical to what Keener Township is currently paying.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if we can, I know it's been a goal when we've had countywide EMS meetings to try to keep the wages the same in the county, so we're not creating offers between services. So yeah, as long as you kind of, you're on the same, you're on par with the rest of those guys, that'd be great, I think.
Yeah, it's an exact duplicate of what Keener is paying their paramedics and EMTs. So the only thing I haven't got final numbers worked out with yet is on the health insurance side of who they go through and who they use versus what I will be able to find as well. So, but I'm sure we can come up with something very, very comparable.
So would you try to mimic that in the same fashion?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I in that situation, I truly feel why reinvent the wheel? Just borrow somebody else's.
Yeah, you can talk to Corey. I think they're using Epic benefits advisors, who's the same as does for the county as well. So you might have a conversation with them just to see. I will say that they've done a good job for us as far as the service.
Dave?
Yes.
The date behind you. And you might remember too, through the two solar projects that went on in Kankakee Wheatfield Township, do you have any data on what the call volume increase was then from an EMS standpoint?
No, I did not. I was in the administrative side at that point.
I wasn't around for that, so I can't speak to it.
When we talked to the LaGrange, New Carlisle Fire and EMS, they had a roughly 30% increase in their call volume. And they said it was kind of split, kind of weirdly, a third, and a third. A third of them were car accidents, a third of them were construction site injuries, and the other third were, they said, surprisingly, domestic issues from the workers in the area. They say the family members come in, they are new to the area, they're looking at campgrounds, trailer parks, anywhere they can live cheap and easily. And the alcohol, drug abuse, and domestics are huge in that realm of family members.
I support the increase of the paramedic.
I'll support that. If that's a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the 175,799 citizens.
Get us through the year.
Yep.
Okay. Ryan makes the motion, Craig supports that item. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
The third item is increasing the compensation for the director. It has been discussed amongst the trustees and myself. It is no surprise that this position comes with huge responsibilities, consistent workload, legal obligations, and the need to be available 24/7. You as elected officials are trusting me to make sure that when citizens need an ambulance, that one will promptly show up with qualified staff and equipment. The workload that goes into making sure this happens takes 30 to 40 plus hours a week, depending on the call volume and the situations that arise. Since 1975, Wheatfield Ambulance Service has been a small, mostly forgotten about ambulance service. The trustees and I have been working hard to get things moving in the right direction. From my beginnings with Wheatfield Ambulance Service in 2000, when it was a volunteer BLS service, it is migrated into now an ALS service with full-time crews and a part-time second truck. Going from 8 employees in 2000 to 35 plus now takes more time to manage and to supervise. The legal implications and liabilities that falls on the director, along with the positions involved, having DEA narcotic licenses, which has my personal name on every form and personally responsible for all the narcotics we now carry. Another thought, as scary as it might sound, I'm also responsible for training and hiring an 18-year-old fresh out of high school with an EMT cert to drive a 16,000-pound ambulance with lights and sirens up and down the road. I also wish I could say that I'm not needed 24/7, but that happens more frequently than you imagine. The routine problems, issues, and bad situations that occur require that my cell phone is next to me at all time. And a good week during the hours at 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., I consider it a good week if I only get 3 or 4 phone calls during the night hours. Our administrative staff is not big. There are nobody behind me taking care of supervisorial roles. So the 95% of the workload falls directly on me. Compared to industry standards, I'm expected to use my own personal vehicle, put my own personal gas into it, and my cell phone for all my responsibilities as a director. When you look at the hourly rate of a full-time paramedic with benefits, making $33.65 an hour, my current compensation without benefits of $24,000 a year works out to $11.54 an hour for a 40-hour week. Which like price with that. I am asking for adequate compensation of my job duties and responsibilities of $100,000 a year. That works out to an hourly rate of $48.08 an hour without benefits. We are asking for an increase of $42,739.20 to cover the increased costs until our new budget on January 1st.
Would it be possible to get a letter of recommendation from your trustees or your other leadership in regards to that portion of this? That, everybody signs off on that. I mean, don't you think we would need, or what are your thoughts on that? Or is this just me asking and brainstorming, so you know better? Should you hire an administrative assistant to cover some of these duties so you're not doing it all? That would be just a question I have, since you're covering a lot.
Keep those duties part-time.
Well, or, I mean, I know I'm only using JCMS as a reference because I'm part of that, but we have an office administrator in there now which covers payroll and does a lot of the steps, so that way the director is not having to cover all those day-to-day things. Your expertise is probably better directed to doing the training and filling in shifts or whatever as needed. So have you guys discussed that at all? I guess that would be my question.
We do have an administrative assistant. She takes care of doing the checks, paying the bills and writing the checks and covering the payroll side. So everything else falls back on me.
Is she full-time?
No, she is 6 hours a week. It is where her rate is at. She's in there on Tuesdays, and so I'm usually in there every Tuesday as well, working with her, getting through the backlog of everything from week to week. I do have one assistant. His stipend is $5,000 a year. He covers to make sure that all of our medical equipment is current, updated, nothing's expiring. He takes care of the ordering of supplies and medications.
So this is just me brainstorming again. Would it be possible, or would you guys consider, along with this proposal, I don't have reservations, increasing pay for the job, but my question would be, is it possible to give us a couple other options where you maybe increase that person's stipend so they come in more, and potentially see if your office administrator might want more hours, and see how that mix plays out? I mean, does that seem unreasonable to ask?
No, not at all.
I mean, I know you're a self-motivated person, you like to do things, but should you be doing it all? I guess that's my question. So whether it comes out to $100,000 a year spread over those three people doing those three things, or whether it's you doing it all, I guess that would be a question to review. But I guess I'd like to see, I will agree. I recognize that you're gonna need more compensation for those duties. How that actually plays out, I wouldn't mind seeing personally just a couple other options of how that might play out, so you're not burned out while you're doing all this. That's all.
Okay. Yep, and we can come back with different options and everything.
Yeah, and then also if you could, once again, this just, I like to have, if there's a letter, which this is, I know from you guys, but maybe a letter that would be from your other trustees or your other board members, just so that we can see that they've all approved it or voted on it as a recommendation to us to then follow through on. Does that make sense, or am I making it muddy?
No, it's
Okay.
perfect.
I mean, Dave, I appreciate all you've done here putting this together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'd like to see that just for practical operational purposes.
Salary, Jeff.
Right. I'd have to.
The director's salary is not much.
I'd have to look.
His salary overall the year is quite healthy, but he rides the bus.
Yeah.
So he's working as an EMT. That's
but even my conversation with him is trying to get him to ride the bus a little less.
right.
Because we don't need Dave walking around. We don't need Dave walking around like a zombie.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it. So
Yeah.
anyway, does that?
Yep.
Yeah.
The third Wednesday of the month, we have the trustees, myself and our office manager. We have monthly meetings, to where we have full minutes and everything else. So we'll get that drawn up at.
Yeah, just brainstorm a couple options and maybe you're gonna merge into this at that point, but do you need to take the whole plunge right now up to your neck in that? So that, I guess that was my question. So yeah, you guys can come back with a couple options for us.
Yeah, the whole plunge is already up to my,
Okay.
up to my.
Already up to your gills? Okay. Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that. But anyway, if that makes sense, that you'd be willing to potentially give us a plan, does that seem reasonable, or what are your thoughts?
I think it's fair. You got the recommendation from the surrounding trustees. And we would then see that as well. So I would agree with them on that.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, moving on to number 4. Our 2 currently stocked ALS ambulances have outdated equipment that needs to be replaced. Our video laryngoscopes. This is the camera and device we use when we have to intubate a patient, so we can see down in the vocal cords to get the tube placement correctly. The current video laryngoscope units we have, the disposable parts of them, they conveniently quit making the replacement parts for them, and they say, by the way, we have a new model, you need to come by now. So those are they're $4,100 a piece. We also have 2 AEDs that are no longer serviceable as well. The AEDs cost $4,751.62 for the pair of them. So we're asking for a total of $12,951.62 to replace these replacement items.
Then your AEDs will be the same as what Jeff talked about a while ago?
Yes. And these AEDs come through Stryker, which are also the manufacturer of our EKGs and our heart monitors as well. And it also has the software in it to where we can download off the AED the heart rhythms of the patients and the quality of CPR, everything from there back into our reports. So we can see those initial heart rhythms, turn them off, give them to the cardiologist to where they can see what was actually happening even when the PD showed up and put the AED on them. So they're very nice machines.
All right. Any questions on that one?
And move to approve the additional.
Craig makes the motion to approve that 12,951.62. Supported by Brian. Any further discussion? Being done, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Item number 5, this is equipment to stock the third ambulance. This is all new supplies that we do not have anything we can transfer over to. There's a list of several items there, all down through the line. Everything is pretty well they're itemized out with quotes. The only thing that I don't have a true itemized line on is supplies for $15,000. That is, to the best of my knowledge, the cost of what we're going to need to buy bags to carry our supplies in, backboards, seat collars, bandages, oxygen bottles, oxygen regulators, non-rebreathers, cannulas, everything on down the line, medications to get that ambulance up to stock. Everything else has a.
This is the ambulance that you currently just have as a backup unit?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that is sitting nonstop,
It's just an available chassis in case you need to.
Yep.
Shift over and do stuff.
So would this all transfer over to the new one when it came in? Then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this would all go into the new one. The biggest ticket item on there is a Lucas device. This is the CPR machine that we can strap the patient into, and it does compressions automatically, which far surpasses any human ability. Our success rate with having a Lucas device is 10 times greater than doing manual CPR. So that's the big ticket item on there. And then also radios as well. The radios that we spec'd out are also Motorola's. This would be for 2 radios. These are not as high quality as what the sheriff department is getting. These would just be for 800 and VHF band frequencies. These will not have the cell backup on them as well. 90% of the time, we're always within reach of our trucks if we need a stronger radio. Plus, we carry our cell phones on the trucks with us as well. So I think we can get by with the grade below the sheriff's department on the radios. So that's why our price is a little different than what they have. The grand total for all the supplies needed is $88,836.21. Okay.
You're still be able to communicate with the sheriff's department, the fire department, everybody else too with your radios, right?
Yes. Yeah, they'll all have the same frequencies installed in them and everything else.
Okay.
This just does not have the GPS locator chips in them. And it also does not have the cell phone transfer over capabilities. It's the models the sheriff's department's looking at.
Okay. All right, well, if all that material will stock the new unit when you come in, and if you can find a new unit for a little less than your other, that'd be awesome. So, and these aren't duplicate purchases, then when you want to move and make a motion to approve for the new supplies and equipment for their 3rd unit.
I'll make a motion to approve the supplies for the 3rd unit of $88,836.21.
Brian makes the motion, Gary getting his support. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Next item is training and education. It's going to be frequently and be more intensive for Wheatfield EMS. Our current training program is every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for 2 hours. We're going to be taking it to having daily training requirements for the shifts, and also weekly requirements and more mandatory training. The toughest part with having mandatory training is then having to compensate the employees for their time for showing up for mandatory training. So having great employees to take care of our community the best that they can takes dedication and money. And as much training as possible will be done as while the crews are on duty. We'll also be needing funding to cover the costs of getting the instructors trained to teach the classes. Some of the classes that we are wanting to get started and be able to teach are American Heart Association classes such as Stop the Bleed, Basic CPR, ACLS, Advanced Cardiac Life Support, and PALS, Pediatric Advanced Life Support. With the new training budget, we also hope to offer free classes to the public as well. I have friends, Lake County area, Crown Point area, where there are babysitting classes where you can get a registered card stating you're a certified babysitter, and that gets you Stop the Bleed, basic CPR, choking, a lot of those sorts of things. There's a lot of very good programs out there that we'd like to offer to the community to help improve the community support and safety as well with this money. So the mandatory training and also the cost of onboarding new employees. When we onboard a new employee, a lot of times they'll ride as third person on the ambulance. We need to make sure that they're vetted and going to perform at a quality level once they're out on their own. And I have come up with a rough cost of $27,000 to get the training, the budgets, and the costs all put together for this. And I'd be more than happy to keep, since this is just a rough ballpark number, an itemized list of what has been used out of the budget, where it's been used, and the times it was spent.
I believe there's some of the training you talked about that actually the health department does now. I know they do. I think it's Stop the Bleed. I just had one of those here not long ago. That may be able to put on some of those trainings for you guys instead of paying somebody to come from somewhere else to do the training.
A lot of this would be training our own instructors and myself to become the lead instructors on these classes.
So then you would have the people off shift wouldn't have to come in. They could just get trained while they're on shift, but not on a call.
Yeah, I know to become an instructor for ACLS, it's another 8-hour class you have to attend, along with registering with the American Heart Association and covering the costs of your certification cards and that sort of stuff. It adds up quicker than you would like to imagine.
Yeah. Is there opportunity for cross training sessions like this, like Keener, if they decide, like, yeah, I don't know how many they have, but they're sort of like trained to do this well. So is there a cross opportunity here?
Yes. Michael Parrish, the director at Keener, him and I, we talk almost daily, it seems like. Right now, I'm putting together a CVO class, which is a certified emergency vehicle operator class, offered it to all of his employees as well to come over and take it. We're trying to get a spot located around like at the Haiti School Corporation office, somewhere in there, so we can all show up and be centrally located with it. I reached out to Corey as well and told him about it. As soon as we get dates, they'll be open up to pretty much anybody that wants to come take it.
Okay.
So yes, we try to offer as much availability amongst the departments as we can.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'd be supportive as long as you can provide an itemized list on how it's being utilized.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So Brian makes the motion to support as long as we get itemized accounting on that. We have a second. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Station equipment and upgrades will need to occur as well for bringing on the new employees, a higher call volume. We'll need more lockers, space. And as silly as it sounds, lockers, they're about $400 a set for a bank of 3. Seems like the steel price has gone way up lately. Also, extra clothes, bed linens, uniforms. Some of our furniture is outdated. We pretty much have 2 recliners in the station house for the employees to relax on their downtime. 2 of our primary computers are also 5+ years old and are running very slowly. Our administrative assistant, when she comes in, she uses her laptop and then transfers files back and forth because her laptop runs faster than her desktop does. So for upgraded software, computers, and the other station upgrades, we're asking for $13,649.
Okay. All right, go ahead and talk about your next point. We can kind of lump these in together here.
Okay. Uniforms and clothing allowance. It's always been customary that we go to EMS. We provide each new employee with a polo. And that's all we've ever given the employees as far as uniforms. Most everybody brings extra pants, boots, belt, that sort of stuff from their current employer. With having full-time employees coming on, we also would like to develop a uniform policy along with a clothing allowance. So that way we can have a little more dictation into what people are wearing for clothing to help make sure it provides safe and adequate protection from all the nasty stuff we encounter. Safety gear is also something that we do not currently have. When we show up for car accident, most of our EMTs and paramedics, they're wearing black tennis shoes, dark cotton pants, and a polo shirt. And we just never had the funding to get the proper EMS safety gear that we would like. There is EMS gear out there that looks very similar to fire gear, except it doesn't have the thermal protection barriers in it. It's just the outer shell for the most part. Was looking at getting 4 sizes or actually 16 sets, 4 different sizes for each person to pick from, and it would be shared amongst the staff that they can keep on the truck then. So they have protective coat, protective pants. We would require them to buy protective footwear as well, especially for going out in industrial sites where full leather shoes are needed with puncture resistant soles, that sort of stuff.
All right, so I think we got that point. You need outfitted with that stuff. Ryan, are you wanting anything itemized on that, or does that fit up for just one when it comes to?
It's sufficient.
Okay. All right. I guess
I'll know if there were any uniforms up there.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Yeah, and I guess as you know, as these over the next few years, these needs ramp up. Obviously, some of your annual budgets will be adjusted so that you can kind of maintain some of this. So, do I have a motion to approve those 2 items then, 7 and 8, with the station improvements and the safety gear and uniforms?
Make a motion to approve items 7 and 8.
Okay. Brian makes a motion. We have a second. Supported by Craig. Okay. So basically everything, we've obviously approved everything. The only thing we'd like some feedback on, of course, was the compensation for the director.
Yep.
And should that be split between administrative and your other? And if you could get us a specific quote on potentially a spec unit coming off the lot, that could be ready soon.
Okay, will do.
So any other questions for Dave? Appreciate your diligence.
Thank you very much.
I know you wear a lot of hats up there, so.
I got a lot to cover, so.
Yeah, you do. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hey, I do want to compliment you guys for making do as long as you have. And glad that we can be in a position to get you what you need.
Thank you.
Okay. David, anything else? David Myers, and while you're here, anything else? Okay, thanks. Bonnie, Vadine, and Louis Ketchum are here. We'll talk about Kingston Township Park Comprehensive Plan. We're gonna roll through this real quickly because we do have a public hearing for the Drainage Board at 11:30. So anyway,
Ours is simple. There ain't a lot of zeros on ours. You don't have 900s? No.
We're just here to talk to you about our comprehensive plan for the park that you suggested we have to have before we can go forward with any development in the park. So I got in touch with Emily from Curbsy, and they're going to charge us about $7,000. I have a paper attached to the ones I gave you that I'll need to sign if you approve that. And then the other thing, an update on our bathroom project. It is moving along. We have the foundation board, plumbing and electric are plumbed in. We're still looking for delivery about the end of July. We're still waiting on the state for our septic system. And we may be asking for financial help on that because we don't know what that's going to cost us.
have you potentially? I'm assuming you have. Have you talked with Jordan or anybody from the health department to try to assist getting you any response from the state regards to
We originally started with him.
Okay.
And then the state found out it's a park, they said it's commercial, and he had to drop it completely.
Okay.
So he couldn't help us at all, because they originally come out, done soil samples, said, oh yeah, you're good to go.
My only question was, is it possible that he might be able to help make a contact at the state level to get you a little quicker response? That's all.
Representative Culp's calling down today or tomorrow. So what's going on?
All right, that's good.
The initial application went in February.
Yeah, that's shouldn't take that long.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And then Emily has also got us in touch with a Brandon Shriek from Kimley Horn.
Brandon, yeah.
Who will be the architect that we have to go through our plan design.
Yeah.
We meet with him on the 14th of July, so we don't know what the cost will be for them.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon helped with the downtown revitalization in Rensselaer, originally from Rensselaer, so. My only thing would be having, as he's giving you plans, they'll design for the moon kind of, super great.
Yeah.
You guys need to really weigh in as to what's gonna be, what you'd like to see in your park.
Right.
That's gonna be practical because, some of those features are great, but is it easily maintainable? Well, so just ask some of the common sense questions when you're in that design phase. So 7,000 is what the request is today. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It would, and how long did Kirksey think it'll take for them to assist?
There's a timeline.
There's a timeline.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
She would have it all.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That's good. Any questions for Bonnie or Louis? And if not, would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve the request for funding for the comprehensive plan?
Move to approve the $7,000 expenditure.
I support that. I think it's going to be a good start of progress to see what that park returns to.
Absolutely. Motion made by Craig, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye. Yeah,
Thanks. Appreciate all your work on that. Thank you. This one of us had to sign this one. Perfect. Bonnie, do you need this copy back then?
Yeah.
Okay. One of you guys have a copy of it, we'll sign the key. Or just make sure when you get the fully executed copy, you can have this one, that Diana gets a copy. After everybody's signed on it, yeah. Okay, let's circle back here and Eric has reviewed these Motorola solutions. Yeah, we take that. Contracts for the radios for us to sign. So would one of you guys want to move and approve us to make a motion to have us sign these agreements for the sheriff?
I'll move to approve to have the agreements for Motorola signed.
Okay.
And that's going to come out of their line item in the comprehensive.
Economic impact. Yeah. Motion made by Craig, seconded by Ryan. All in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thanks, Stace. Thanks for your patience.
No more. Morning, gentlemen. My name is Stace Piccarino with CI Insurance. I'm here today to go over the 2026 insurance renewal for the county. Basically, just give you a summary of what's happened over the past year, as well as what we're looking forward to for the next year. On our first page here on our short presentation, just kind of an overall general what's happening out there in the insurance markets. Certainly seeing some improvement out there as far as pricing is concerned, availability, markets. We're still having, catastrophic claims, the number of storms. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing at least 3 tornadoes come through Jasper County this year. I can't recall seeing something like that. So we're certainly seeing a number of storms and claims still impact things on the property side. The cost obviously is 40% more than it was 2020, so it's still impacting claims, but that is narrowing down. It's a little flatter than what's been we've seen in the past. As far as the public entity, As you guys know, we went through last year, we quoted you out with every single available market there is. There's only about 5 insurance companies on the planet that will even write this type of insurance. So there's an overview of who you have, and this is the renewal I'll be going over. Travelers is your property and liability. Kinsale for the law enforcement. Indiana Harbor for the law enforcement excess. IPEP for your workers' comp, and Crum and Foster on the cyber. So if we could start off the first page here, kind of a summary of the claims for insurance and over the past year for workers' comp. There's been 18 workers' comp claims that totaled about $274,000 in paid claims. You can get there, your loss ratio there is 82% on the workers' comp. And on the next page is a breakdown of those claims as far as where they were, what department, what the claim was for. You can see there's about half the claims are open, about half the claims are closed. But obviously a significant jump in the paid amount of claims for this year. You can see down at the bottom your experience mod that's set by the state of Indiana. It's a generic way of looking at basically premium to claims. If you have more claims, the higher your mod. If you have less claims, the lower your mod. And your mod's going from a 1.18 to a 0.85. So in other words, an 18% surcharge to a 15% credit. And that's indicative of a 2-year look back on the work comp and not the current year. So next year, we're going to see that mod jump up. But this year, it's made a significant impact on the premium. And that's a massive jump in the mod to go from an 18-cent surcharge to a 15% credit. And that's helped significantly when we get to the premium section. The next up is your property and liability claims. So when we look back last year, the 5-year total, you had about almost $1 million in paid claims and 176% loss ratio over that 5 years. The last year's improved quite a bit on the property and casualty. You've had a total of $112,000 in insurance claims, which is a 29% loss ratio over the last year. There's your breakdown of the claims of where that 112 came from. You got about 10 auto accidents, 63,000 in auto claims, 57,000 in lightning. You basically had a lightning strike at the courthouse last year. That's what the property claim is for. And then some liability claims. Down below is the commercial auto. That's your breakdown of the claims, the 10 accidents. Obviously, we're still going to have the deer. We've always had that problem. We're going to continue to have that problem. This year we had a coyote. This many vehicles on the road, traveling that much, you're going to have these type of things. There was some accidents. Some of those are in subrogation. We're in the process of getting those recuperated from the at-fault parties. So some of these you're going to see the county's insurance paid, but understanding that there's behind the scenes, they're getting they're getting money back. And you get your deductible back that way to that too. So some of these are still open for those reasons. Next page is basically your changes from the last year to this year. So there was 10 vehicles deleted, 7 vehicles added, or vice versa. 1 vehicle moved from one department to the other. We just do that for accounting purposes. And then the highway department has some equipment that we added, and that's the 4 pieces of equipment there that were added. Next up is your summary of your coverage. We start first with the property policy. If you total everything up, all the buildings and all the contents of those buildings that the county owns, the estimated cost to rebuild all that's a little over $90 million. So that is your coverage for your property is $90,747,000. That's a blanket agreed value. You could use that $90 million in any one occurrence. You do have a 3.5% increase in those values. Basically cost of construction, inflation, they have a 3.5% increase. Your deductibles did not change. Those remain the same at $10,000 for all claims, except for $25,000 for wind or hail claims. And there is 2 buildings that have a $50,000 wind and hail claim. And I can still tell you from experience of other accounts, those are still considered low deductibles in this environment. For example, we have the school system and they're at a $75,000 deductible. So we're not getting any pressure on upping those deductibles like we have in the past. So those are going to stay the same. You do have some earthquake and flood, major catastrophe type of things with the high deductibles. You do have a business income with extra expense at $2 million. So if you have a property claim, you have some extra expense. Maybe you have to go rent someplace else. Maybe you have to store stuff. at another location. It pays for that type of extra expense. You got $2 million in coverage. So that's the questions on the property. And then next we have is the inland marine. So this is your equipment that's going to be moving around. There's only $1,000 deductible here on only this equipment. You got 1.6 million in the blanket coverages there. You can see each department's got a blanket of amount. And then we have 3.5 million basically in scheduled equipment. That's a list of equipment that we get from each department each year. You got replacement cost coverage on that scheduled list with $1,000 deductible. And then we have EDP, which is your computers, additional 1.6 million there. You have the 90 million on the property, but the EDP is a broader coverage form. It picks up like surges and that type of stuff. So we add a little bit of coverage for computers on the end of the marine. Next up is your liability. So you got $1 million per occurrence for your general liability, slip and fall, those type of accidents, no deductible. You do have professional liability for your nurses and coroner. You have employee benefits liability, public errors and omissions, E&O, EPLs, your wrongful terminations, your discriminations, your harassment suits, $1 million in coverage there, $10,000 deductible. Employee theft is 25,000, and then for the commercial auto, there's currently 169 vehicles. That's vehicles and trailers total, with $1 million for any auto accident. Deductibles are unchanged on the auto. They're $2,000 for comp and collision, except for some of the heavy trucks. They're $5,000. Most of those are at the highway department. Umbrella is a $5 million umbrella sitting on top of all of the liability policies sitting above this line here. So your general liability, your E&O, there's a $5 million excess there on top of that. Worker, your law enforcement is a separate policy. You have a $2 million law enforcement liability with a $50,000 deductible. And then basically you have a $1 million excess law enforcement sitting on top of those. Those are unchanged. These are what we ended up with last year. This is just a review. Your cyber insurance is Crum and Foster. You can see there, basically you got $1 million in cyber coverage. So $1 million for somebody hacking in, somebody suing you, extortion, ransomware, across the board. It's $1 million for first party, third party, and there's a $25,000 deductible. Last up is your workers' comp. Your employer's liability is $5 million. The medical portion is unlimited. The employer's liability, if they sue you on top of it. The total payroll, you can see there for a total of all departments is an 8% increase. That's an audited number. And then your experience model, we talked about the 0.85, and IPEP still carries a 0.79 mod, which means on top of the 15%, you're also getting a 21% credit that comes from your insurance company. That's been unchanged. They've left that there for years. That doesn't fluctuate much. And then we do have a little bit of coverage for volunteers, and that's a number, it's a roster we get out to each department. So if a department has volunteers in there using them, make sure they get them on that list. We can get a little bit of coverage if they get into. All right, last up, here's your premiums, your total annual premium. If you go line by line looking through those, the property's up some. Most of that has to do with the 3.5% increase in the property coverages. Liability, that's just general market. Inland marine, that's your equipment. That didn't change much. The auto, you got additional vehicles plus some accidents. Umbrella is affected by the auto, so the more cars you have, the higher the umbrella. Your errors of omissions, your crime, and then you get into some of the law enforcement. Law enforcement is exactly the same. It did not change one nickel. The cyber is exactly the same as last year. And you see the work comp there took a significant decrease. And that's from that mod going to that 1.18 to the 0.85. That's where you're seeing that massive decrease there in the work comp. And that's all indicative of just being safety conscious, watching out for claims, trying to prevent them before they happen. It's stressed it many times before, but less claims you have, the less premium you're going to pay on the work comp. So just keep, stressing the safety and, conscious of trying to prevent things before they happen. And then I have the last page here is basically some quotes and some recommendations. First of all, on the new farmers market pavilion, that's starting construction on that. Once the construction is done, It's an estimated $800 a year to add that to the county's insurance. And that's based off of the $689,000 to build the structure. I did confirm that the contractor is covering it while it's under construction. So we will not need to add this to the county's policy until the construction is complete. The two other things I need to go over with you is travelers added 2 exclusions this year. I believe we've got to find a way to plug both these up, but I need to discuss these with you. First is on the commercial auto, travelers added an exclusion for basically airport operations. And this has to do on the auto policy that basically says if a law enforcement vehicle is on airport property, they're not going to provide liability for an auto accident. They'll still provide comp and collision, they'll fix the vehicle, but they don't want to provide primary auto liability. I talked to them for about a month on this, and Travelers does about 40% of all the counties in the state of Indiana. And they basically said, this should have been on from day one. We just didn't see it. We didn't realize there was a county airport. I've talked to the airport. I've been working with them. We're going to add the Jasper County Board of Commissioners as additional insured on their policy to plug up this gap. But this is something I'm going to discuss more with the sheriff. But this basically has to do with an auto accident that would happen on airport property. And then the last item there is, if you look on the policy, there's an exclusion that reads basically for any site or location that's handling the storage, disposal, processing, treatment of waste, including a landfill, recycle center, or waste center. Obviously, you guys don't have a landfill, but my concern is you're calling that DeMont location and it's working as a recycle center. I went and talked to them about this multiple times, and I said, is that a recycle center or not? Is this going to be, are you telling me you're excluding that location for liability? They wouldn't give me a straight answer. They basically said, well, it depends, and, we need to have a claim and blah, blah, blah. So my recommendation is just to give you because I don't think that's the intent of this exclusion, is to not provide you a premise liability for that location. Plus, there's other Fase centers there. There's the locations on the county's policy. I think they'd have a hard time proving the intent on this. But just to plug up that gap and to make, that little added security, I quoted out and got a separate policy. You can see on there for $667 a year, $1 million in liability for premise liability for that location. That way, if we do have something happen and we get pushback from travelers, we could just go to this policy for the million, which in my opinion is going to cover whatever's going to happen out there. So that's basically a summary of everything I have. Just wanted to go over everything with you guys.
So just for the record, the total premium of last year was $814,906. This year, just a 1.5% increase to $827,102. Which I think appreciate that. And I do think I like your idea of that $667 a year for the recycle area.
Yeah.
In particular, since that's kind of in flux right now.
Right.
So would one of you want to move and make the motion to approve adding that general liability policy for that location, for the recycle location?
Make a motion to approve the general liability.
Okay. Ryan makes the motion. We have a second. Supported by Craig. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Any other questions for Stace? Appreciate all you're doing. But you're thinking next year our mod will probably go the other direction.
Yeah, that work comp's going to take a jump. But it's set by the state, and you can see the $275,000 in work comp claims we have this year. It's going to push that mod up significantly next year. Obviously, the 1.5% total increase is awesome. I mean, that's what we like to see. Hopefully, travelers, and we could still talk about some self-funding type of mechanisms that we could look in the future too. Also, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, 15 minutes till we have to stop for that hearing. So next up, Jasper County Historical Society for the budget request.
Hopefully this won't keep cutting out. I had emailed you our request to remain a line item in the county budget for 2027. If you skip to the second page, we'll just talk about the one bold line and we'll be done. We'd appreciate the same level of funding the county provided. Last year was $12,000. This year we're requesting 13 because you have very kindly helped us pay our utilities and trash and electric and water and internet and whatever. That's primarily what the funding is being used for. We are going to be in the next couple of weeks adding an air conditioner to our utilities. Our archive currently only has heat. So we're adding a mini split back there that's been funded by a donation from a family in the area. So we anticipate our utilities going up a bit. So we like to request $13,000 in the budget for 2027. And we had also talked about taking care of the Pioneer Village and what that might entail. And I will be back in August with that information, hopefully with as many contractor estimates as I can find so that we can proceed with that as a separate item.
So Diana, when it comes to setting up the commissioner's budget, we'll need to make note of that increase, but we might need to create a separate line for administration of those historic buildings. And then we can, does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Then that way the council can have that to see that broke out as a separate issue.
Right.
Do you have a dehumidifier in there already? Do you have to run one of those to keep things?
No, we don't. So we've been kind of getting away on the sly with our archives being as well maintained as we can.
This, I should probably know this. Do you guys handle the little display upstairs on the second floor of the courthouse? There's a little.
No, we do.
Clerk's office does that for sure. All right. Just curious who did that. Okay.
We have displays in the library in Rensselaer, got a cabinet in there, and then we have 2 cabinets in the new Welcome Center. And then we've been doing some tours of the libraries in Wheatfield and Demont now to kind of spread our wings that way more often.
Very good. Greg or Ryan, any comments? You guys are getting ready to be open fair, and I saw activity around the 4th of July day, so that's good.
Yeah, we have mini cleanup day, and we want to do a little more next week or so after the weather breaks.
But I encourage you to, between now and August, to reach out to the city hall and make sure that you've appropriated enough money to be able to handle your sewer bill for next year, as their sewer rates are going to go up. I don't know if you've covered that or not, but they could probably give you a cost estimate based on your usage and just to make sure you've got what you need.
Thank you.
And was it 2 weeks ago? The auction was held out at the fairgrounds and
retired.
I got a brief tour cabin out there and some of the buildings and a lot of daylight coming through that room.
Yes.
Fortunate.
That will be our priority.
Yeah. Yeah, you did not need lights in there because there was plenty of daylight. Oh, the ceiling. Oh, God. Yeah, it's in it.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have construction update from NIPSCO with Rob Bridge is here.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So covering the Schaefer combined cycle gas turbine project. So just wanted to hit a couple of highlights since we received our improvement location permit. So construction activity will continue to pick up over the coming months. So we're doing little things like continuing mobilization to the site with civil earthwork equipment, assembling some of our construction trailers and things like that. We have been and will continue to receive aggregates and stockpiling that, eventually spreading that out and compacting it for our temporary facilities for the site. Again, we'll continue to bring in more construction trailers and things like that. Eventually we'll start getting up temporary fencing to surround the facility. However, we won't be moving on any permanent fencing at this time. And then we'll keep receiving deliveries and things like that. Have started improving our heavy haul road really from where we're getting rail deliveries at existing Schaefer and then moving them internal to the plant to the site. So made good progress on that, and that's about ready to go now. In August through September September, we'll likely be mobilizing for steep foundation work as well. Really to the public, it's going to look very similar. It's going to be moving in more aggregate, have some more civil equipment out there to install those foundations. And then I'll let Mark speak to progress on the Shaper gas speaker project.
Yeah, it can be very great. Mark Rania. Thanks for letting me speak. So with the road use agreement in place, the heavy haul path modifications are either complete or very close to, and we'll be receiving the first GSU later in the month, followed by the other three. The general works contract award is being approved, and we expect the general works contractor mobilization in July. And all that's included in the slide, but any questions? Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We have, Craig or Ryan, do you have any other business?
There's a vacation request on your stack there.
So that's from Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have a, think if you want to make a comment on that, you want to, here we go. Request for Charlie to have vacation from July 16th through July 24th.
I moved to approve.
Okay, Craig makes the motion. There's support, supported by Ryan. Any further discussion? Not all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
I guess there's.
July 16th through July 24th. Did you guys say anything else? Thank you for bringing that up, by the way.
I don't.
Okay. Jack?
Yeah, let's see, you at 7 base right away permits. And they all look good. They look for Nintendo, and they always like a signed agreement, and they're just pole work, so it's all aerial. It's nothing in ground, which is very good. And we don't even charge for aerial work like that, but we will send that from. We have one now. It can make the Township Jordan bright speeds that are about to work through the reed. And it's only 101 foot project with 2 bores. Very basic. Looks good. We have one with MCC Network Services. It is at 6,331 feet, a little over a mile, and it is near 400. Not too far from Curtis Creek, type 2, 4 bores. They've got many projects with us, and we have 3 with Cablevision, and they did work for it before. Cablevision, Light Path, 1,511 feet in Keener Township, 5,000 feet a mile, so in Wheatfield Township, and 3,900 feet, another spot in Wheatfield Township. All basically following our recommendations. It's all the READ fiber optic projects. There's 7 of them. I think they all look good.
Would one of you guys want to move and make the motion to authorize Engineer Jack Aberlin to sign these permits as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve based on Jack's presentation.
Support.
Okay. Ryan made the motion, Craig supports to allow Jack to sign these on behalf of the county. Any further discussion? Being none, all in favor as presented, say aye.
Aye.
One thing I would like to say is, Jack, we had approved some very keel permits out by Pleasant Ridge, and last week got a phone call that once they got to the state road, they were plowing the cable in again. I reached out to, the surveyor's office, and Aaron went out there that day, and they were under the assumption because their state highway permits that they can plow it, that they still were good to plow it. So I don't know if we need to note that somewhere on our county permit that anywhere in the county, whether it's a state highway or a county highway, we don't allow it, even though the state does.
That the new commissioners will have to work out with Eric or something.
But make sure, maybe, I guess they know that when they're doing it.
A few years ago, I do recall there being a surveyor pushing back against the state, trying to regulate buried cables in the right of way, the drain right of ways that were overlapping with the state. And so I'm not sure if that's where that actually went, but I understand and agree with the surveyor's concerns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's, I guess, some point look into it if we need, if there's something that we can do legally to add that to our permit application.
Exactly.
State that. Okay. Eric, anything else from you briefly that we need to know?
Nothing here.
Okay. Diana, anything from you?
We do have.
Sarah, anything from you, from HR? Yeah.
She went a long time ago.
She had a long time. Yeah, that's good. Vince, I know your meeting's coming up, but do you have anything that you need to stay here? Okay. Steve, Jordan, anything? Okay. Sarah, anything from, okay. Have I missed anybody else from any other business? Okay. So we have 4 minutes before we have to stop this, to have a public hearing for the drainage board. So, we can have some public comment if anyone had anything they wanted to share. Otherwise, we can, if we go longer than that, then we'll have to reconvene here and hear that. So come on up and once again, you did state your name and we got your address. So if you'd like.
Yeah. Yeah. Want to get my road blacktopped. I know that's probably a joke, but I drive an electric vehicle and the dust sucks in any vehicle. Well, it sucked in a drain hose to my electric plug-in. I mean, it didn't even last a year. And it's $600 to get it fixed. And it's going to keep happening as long as I live a half a mile down 500 East off of 850. And like I said, I've been trying to get my road blacktop for 40 years. I mean, I'd even take millings. But
okay,
I need something.
Which way on 500 East do you live?
Pardon?
Which way, north on 500 East?
South of 850 and 500 East.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. The other way goes into the game preserve.
Right.
But then I got a 4-inch drop off coming off of 850. Road grader keeps coming in. Then when it do get stoned, grader drags it out. Then he misses holes. When it do get stoned, it's half dust and half gravel. So that, like I said, the dust is so bad.
Yeah. Do we know, did they do any dust data?
Yeah, dust they got done throughout the county this year.
Yeah, I mean,
they've been doing it on every 3 years. I know that's something that Ed's trying to get to the point where we get it every year.
Mine don't last a year.
Mine does, but yeah.
My neighbors does too, but they don't get the semi-traffic I get from the south are behind me.
Okay.
Well, thanks for letting us know. And I mean, we do have, obviously, we make plans every year to potentially chip and seal. And Ed was talking to a couple options other than short of paving, but better than gravel. So
well, I know Jake Mish, he farms where I live, and he said they were doing a milling on the road. I think it's 700. I'm not for sure.
There was one done down by the what's it, the Rosebud Church, the church there in Gillam Township, the old historical church. Anyhow, there was one done there last year where you can go back to the north or keep going straight. That mile got done with the chip and seal that we used to
that
do.
was chip and seal. Yeah. Well, that needed done 30 years ago.
But to see how it would hold up.
Yeah.
And so far, it's been so good. But
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'd be happy with the millage. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Them semis, when they go by, it's every 15 minutes and they're in 13th gear by the time they get to my house.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, can we take a look into what to do and see if we can get a plan? But thanks for sharing your concern.
Yeah. I need something.
I understand.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's. Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna take a recess on this meeting.
We've got to have a public hearing.
So we're legally obligated. We'll just take a minute. We're gonna have the public hearing, then we'll come back and hear your public comment.
Everybody votes every good time you have.
So we're gonna have we'll just take a recess in our meeting. We won't adjourn, and then we'll come back for public comment. Because we had a advertised public hearing for 11:30 for the drainage board. So it's the same. We're here. So. And give us a few minutes.
Yeah, we have to do the public hearing.
We'll do the public hearing and then we'll reconvene and you can have your comments. So Jasper County Commissioners is in recess for a few minutes while we hear the drainage board public hearing.
I can't.
Okay, so right now. Things just trying to do it. Okay. Ashley.
All right, that's
We never. Just probably biggest.
Oh, thank you.
I finally got it far away up.
All right, we'll call this meeting to order of the drainage board. The purpose for this point right now is the power of bitch number 8, public hearing.
Jasper County Library debt and the Jasper County Airport. The total rate we pay is 1.1766. Move the decimal over to the left twice, multiplied by your assessed value. And you have your gross tax liability before credits, and then you can add on any additional taxes such as the tax, and that's what we pay. So I have several questions. I'll just go over it and then you can answer if you will. So for these 7 entities, how much money is being diverted from Kankakee Township trust value to the control of the county commissioners and council instead of these entities? 1. Comments. Recently I was watching the videos and comments were made that you've been working on this for over 2.5 years. And that takes us back to January 24th. At the February 1st, 2026 commissioners meeting, I asked a question that was not answered. And the quote in the minutes, it was Ms. Durdorf stated she's been to several meetings and the commissioners talk about how they've met with NIPSCO, talked to NIPSCO and had team calls with NIPSCO. So are these meetings actually legal meetings when you probably had at least 2 commissioners at those meetings? Another item at the 6/16 council meeting, Mr. Standish stated that Amazon and NIPSCO would fund 10-hour shifts 6 days a week for 6 months for police patrolling the area. I believe at a recent meeting, Mr. Bontrager said the police would be funded with other economic money that you already have. So then my question on that would be, so then when you get money from these other projects, are you putting the money back into the solar project funds and the wind? Transparency seems to be a hot item right now.
as to where the money's going, and I believe I heard on one of those, meetings that you're going to have on the internet a list of where the money's going or where the money goes as it goes. So I was wondering if there's also going to be a list for the solar economic development money and also a list for the wind economic development money. On a lighter note, the housing study was done, and I believe Mr. Von Traeger said that would help with building so that it's not willy-nilly. So I was wondering what willy-nilly in housing actually describes.
Well, as far as the money diverted to other entities, certainly, as you can see, we just approved hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to entities that were in need that have been underfunded. Not everything is going to be, the actual property is not abatable, so that is a rise in AV. And then also, as we consider a potential agreement with the GENCO project, that's where we're going to decide we may or may not take anything and just let that all go to the AV or a good portion of it to make sure that those entities are taken care of. There is provision for council and commissioners to be able to have informational meetings to gather information, no decisions made, no agenda, to be able to gather information. So we exercise that possibility. We also use administrative function when we're dealing with internal county issues where a meeting is not needed. So that, with legal advice, he let us know that was allowable to receive information. So you're not having to just do it one at a time in some of these circumstances for the purposes of time. The money that you referred to regarding the extra for law enforcement is to get part-time guys paid now immediately. And that was part of road use agreement. So that's not economic impact money. That's a separate thing over and above, because we know that there's going to be more immediate need before you get people hired.
So was that money coming out of the other two economic development?
No, that's in the two road use agreements with NIPSCO and Amazon, 100 and whatever.
265,000.
265 total.
Yeah.
Specifically extra money that Greg brainstormed to be able to get part-time shifts covered now in the immediate short term.
We've got a gap there about 6 months to get people through the academy, the 3 that the sheriff's going to hire now. So this was putting off-duty officers on duty, covering that 6 days a week, 10 hours a day is correct. And then the regular duty, they're only going to work a shorter shift on Sundays. So they would cover that with, that was my question with Wheatfield this morning, how far out they would go. Maybe that could be a possibility to help cover some of that traffic on Sundays. So, but that's the hope there, that fills that gap that we get our people trained full time to be up there.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
The other funding that she might be referring to is the money for the sheriffs to get their 3 vehicles and their extra there. That is on our agenda for the council meeting coming up. Right now, it will be taken from the solar and wind EDP that's in the account.
Yeah.
And it will be transferred internally bookwork wise to the EDP payments that we've received.
So to your point, the goal is to make sure that all these projects, even previously what we've done, is tracked so we can show how economic development money has been reinvigorated back into the community. But in the meantime, to be able to pay the bills and get them started now, we're going to use EDA money that we have, because we're still in the process of setting up the accounting to deposit the money that we're receiving.
And there was 410,000 already paid out of that will be credited back over the other direction for the township.
So it's a little bit of an accounting ping pong here until we get everything in place to get started. But that's the council's working on creating those line items. And yes, we haven't created the tracker yet, but the goal is to get that done, and appreciate you keeping on top of that. Housing study,
like the homepage and things are
we need to
going to be on the internet, but then you have to know where to go to find them.
we'll work with our site, developer, GovSites, to get those tabs easily available on, we can call it Project Tracker, whatever we want to call it, but, and the housing study, it has not really been.
Not complete yet.
Okay, so it's,
Overview group. And then we should have very well.
so I guess my non-technical term willy-nilly was basically, how do we help to organize development? And we just received, which will be, hopefully we're gonna make public next month, right?
Gonna be the August.
Yeah, our water study.
Yeah.
So I see those two studies coming together in parallel to kind of work together to help steer.
I just didn't know what willy-nilly is. I mean,
How about haphazard?
well, people come in, they don't quite have enough. Like an exemption.
I probably could have used a better term to describe it, so thank you for that, but.
I didn't know if there were people.
No, it's basically to help get a little more organized in how we plan out how development happens in the county. So thank you for allowing me to clarify what that intent was.
Back to the first subject though, like I see these two, because I am in KB school district and they do have debt. So I feel like that's money that they could have used to pay down their debt out of the library. So that's one of my concerns.
Yeah.
Because we still have to pay for that. People who actually live in the district.
Sure, and those were projects and things that happened some years back. So before we knew all this was a possibility, but yes, we're mindful and don't want to divert all the revenue away from what the normal taxation process would be, so that it gets distributed to the sub-units. So that is.
But you really don't have the dollar figure.
I don't have that, but right now, I don't.
That's it. Thanks.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
So Mary, something on this list, but I can't read the last name.
Mary? Is there a Mary?
Mary Lou?
Maybe that's the one that won.
Miss Michelle?
Michelle Hoffman, 14225 North 200 West Bluefield. I just wanted to ask you because I know that I've discussed this off record with you guys and everything. Our water study, it's completed. When will that be released?
I just mentioned it next month.
Yeah, we're gonna go over those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's information that it's obviously you've probably already found it, but it is in one.
Yeah, we're gonna come through with a full synopsis next month and kind of give a high level profile of what Jasper County looks like, all different soil types, aquifer studies, things like that, and really kind of
current capacities and what the current usage is compared to the capacities. And then talk about what the process will be if we need to do a detailed water model study in a specific area, if we ever needed to do that. So, yeah.
Now, my second thing I'd like to ask you about. So today was a very, very long meeting. And a lot of it was people coming to you, our EMS, our fire, our sheriffs, which we need to keep them established. We need to put money into them, and I get that. And I know I've asked you off record also on this. How are we going to keep the meetings from being this long in the future on asking requests for money?
Well, so this is a little atypical because you're in startup mode. So these are categories of money that we specifically negotiated for these needs.
Yes.
For these purposes. So.
And we don't have this money yet. And they have 90 days after they broke ground.
Well, we didn't get our first payment of 19.9 million.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have money, we just have to get it allocated and appropriated. And so it's starting to come. And we knew there would be immediate needs for Wheatfield. We told Wheatfield to come and present to us what they needed because as you could certainly perceive they've been under-equipped for quite a while. So to me, it was a lot of money, but honestly, that was the whole purpose of being able to say yes to this stuff that's needed.
This is where we enacted our administrative function capabilities. And this is what a lot of things we've been talking about with the leadership within that northeast section of Jasper County to get us to this level. What is it going to take? Where are you at today? And what is it going to suffice? That's how these negotiations worked out. That's how we did the dollar items. And now appropriately, they've got to come in, make that ask and request and go through the channels.
Yes, I realize that, but we also have seen the last meeting, you know, other organizations coming in and saying, we'd like this amount of money, we'll put it in our own funding. My whole point is, how are we going, even in the startup area, because there are only so much that we can get done in the time frame before the other board meetings that you guys have to do and everything. And to keep it from everybody being here for the whole day. That's all I'm asking is how are you?
Yeah, I mean, we all have jobs too.
I know you guys do.
So I don't know how, they were all important items that needed to be taken care of.
Are
So
we going, like someone said before to me, and there'll be applications that say, yes, please come to this meeting. We need to get this done now, this done, instead of having everything all at once.
that may be for down the line after we're past startup mode here. When you're talking about community projects and other types of developments, there may be a process put in place to help those decisions being made. The committee that we're talking about is how we're going to invest the principal amounts of money we'll be getting and create what the endowment priorities would be. And that's the process that somebody will then be able to apply to that committee or the foundation for those kind of needs that won't have to run through a regular county commissioner meeting or a council meeting. So we're probably, a year away from knowing what that's going to be. It's going to be 3 years till we actually have those chunks of money in place, but we're working, that's our next task, is to get our internal committee figured out and who we're going to include that might be external with financial expertise to assist with that. The other thing that we're in the middle of too is the fire service study is getting down to nuts and bolts. We're going to get amounts of money that need to get to Baker Tilly so that we can get a rate analysis figured out what that's going to cost if we have to put in a district tax over the next few years. So we got, as you know, we got a lot of things going. And yes, I would love to have shorter meetings, and hopefully next month won't be this long.
Reed, I can also add a bit of history is that before COVID, commissioners meetings routinely went until noon. They would temporarily adjourn, drainage board go back in session at 1 o'clock. And then after drainage board, commissioners will be back in session. So after COVID, the meetings got very short with Zoom. And then when they returned to in person, it's just a matter of that being more efficient, I think, in handling the county's business. But this is how it used to be.
Well, hopefully we get back to how it most recently was. But I appreciate your frustration, and I do thank people who've endured and waited to make comment either online or in person. So going to be lots of opportunity for more comments.
Now that the meeting's been so long, I forgot everything. So thanks for coming.
All right. Is there anybody on Zoom who wants to comment? Okay. Did they give you their address in chat? Okay.
Is Mary Ann. She has been unmuted, but she will have to unmute herself also.
Okay. Thank you, Mary Ann Malin. I have several items. One, economic development board meetings must be made public. 2, Jasper County employees attending conferences need to provide the agenda and written summary of what was taught at the conference. 3. Regional economic development planning boards and councils have already replaced counties in Connecticut and is coming here to Indiana through READI. Already impacting Jasper County. For instance, US 231 was designated a business corridor, then all residential properties along 231 were restricted until owners were forced to rezone commercial or sell for commercial use only. Purdue hosts a regional CEDS department where unelected regional planners sit around a table with a regional map and designate zoning plans with no regard for private property rights. 4. Every Jasper County property owner must review the Jasper County Comprehensive Plan from 2022 to see what regional planners have planned for your private property. 5. How could a 2026 Amazon Industrial Economic Revitalization Area and plat petition comply with the 2022 Jasper County Comprehensive Plan when the designated farmland was zoned ag and farmed through 2025? 6. We, the people, need our elected officials to protect our privacy and property rights to avoid a corporate or public-private partnership-driven China-style social credit system, because the U.S. is continually being compared to China, and the thousands of U.S. data centers are only paving the way. 7. The planned Amazon data center will use cheap construction materials and radically reduce the quality of life and property values of Wheatfield residents. Prove me wrong. 8. Why is the water study so delayed? 9. Provide Wheatfield residents with the option for free water filtration systems rather than expensive municipal water and sewer systems. Also 10. Amazon is already receiving billions in federal taxpayer funds, and Indiana taxpayer-funded tax abatements, sells taxpayer data for billions of dollars, and doesn't manufacture products that are being sold. So how do we know that the millions promised to Jasper County isn't just taxpayer funds being laundered back to Jasper County to the benefit of, to the multi-billion-dollar benefit of Amazon? Thank you for listening to my comments, and I have this in writing if you'd like me to send it to you, because I know it's several. Thank you.
Mary Ann. Anyone else?
I wanted to ask, is the water board also going to be web driven, like through Zoom?
Drainage board?
The drainage
board. Oh. Yes, it'll be Zoom.
Okay, is that a separate Zoom or is it just a continuation of this one?
It's a separate.
Separate Zoom.
Okay. All right, and when would that begin? Immediately, or is it?
As soon as we're done with public comment.
Okay. Thank you, because I guess these water-related questions would also be important at the drainage board meeting, right?
Yeah, either one is fine.
Okay, but yes, please, like we need to understand why this water study is so delayed. I think it's being delayed.
The water study is completed, and we'll be able to make it public next in the August meeting.
It was actually completed ahead of schedule. We anticipated a July completion date. We got the results back last month. Had a meeting last week to kind of go over an overview, and we're going to go through a public overview at the August meeting. It was too delayed to get it on the agenda for today.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just curious, is that going to be already reviewed through the Economic Development Board?
Economic Development Board has nothing to do with the water study. They help facilitate us to connect with the company, but that's for county use.
Okay, because I do believe that economic development has far more influence on our commissioners' decisions and council decisions, elected official decisions, than our own planning board does. And going back to January of 2019, in the commissioner board minutes, it's very obvious that the JCEDO director at that time was convincing the board to basically just turn the planning board into just an advisory role. So you need to go back and review those
I would
minutes.
say that's not the case, and we have a different director now. And I would say that's not the case. That's an organization that's been in the county for 40 years and worked alongside the cities and towns within the county. And they work to support the county, not to direct the county. So thank you, Mary Ann, for your comments. And
we're working with COOPSI and NERPSI. I'm just saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
They have left the meeting.
Okay. All right. Any final comment from anybody here?
My name is Scott and Laura, 322 South Sunset Drive, Rensselaer. And Amazon promised 250 jobs. Is that correct?
That's part of the stipulations, I believe, with the council when they. What was your stipulation, Steve? How many jobs to get the abatement?
It was 250.
Yeah, that's for them to receive the economic development agreement abatement. They have to provide that number of jobs once they're operational.
Paid by the registered capital bond to protect that case then likely.
If they don't meet that stipulation, they lose the agreement.
They lose the
benefit.
Go back.
Yeah. So that's what the leverage is that in order to continue to receive the agreement, then they have to fulfill that number of jobs. And they'll do an annual report every year, which actually the Economic Development Office helps with the processing of those CF1, I think, isn't that the form? Tax abatements.
And then I called the Jasper County Economic Development Office, and I thought I could go to the meeting. The girl said it's public, and then 9 minutes later she calls me, says it's nonprofit, so we can't go. So I don't understand. It's like you want to be transparent, and we can't go to meetings.
It's not a county department, right? It's a state. It's in Jasper County, but it's not a county entity.
Well, how come
It's a non-profit entity.
okay, how come other counties have representatives and I can go to them?
But it's not an elected board. It's not the surveyor's office. It's its own deal.
And read the principal board.
Sure, there's county representation on the board, but there's industrial, there's from the various
business representations are on goodness, there's representation from all four corners of the county.
Yeah. Hold up. Should they recuse themselves? He says they're giving them 100.
Well, so the county, which they're working on giving us a more defined contractual agreement of what the services are that we get. But the organization works on behalf of every town within the county. It just happens to be that the county has consumed most of the bandwidth of their efforts here lately with projects. But, they have their own facilities of which we get to use, and their staffing is made available to us. They assist other departments like planning and development and so forth with permits and lots of things. So we get a lot of benefits without having to pay. So our contribution is to the organization, but that's, this organization's been operative in the county for 40 years.
I'm just wondering if they got besides.
So if you compare the funding from that Jasper County gives to economic development, we're considerably underfunded compared to White County and Pulaski County and even Newton County, which has Newton County's situation is they actually have a county employee who does economic development. But not every county does it that way. And not necessarily. I think White County's paying $500,000 for their economic development. They're paying more than double. I'm not sure what Newton County's paying. Good. Sarah, do you know what?
Budget $525,000.
So that's half our population.
And they have a public.
And so they're spending double, at least up to this point, what we have been.
So he's getting using county benefits and everything.
Yeah.
Find out.
That's fine, that's fine. And I do appreciate your letter, and honestly, Dottie, I'm gonna address a couple points that you made. I've had a business in the county for 41 years, doing T-shirts and signs.
Right.
And I have a little nook in the Welcome Center for now. But that wasn't from me, that was from somebody else. So I'm a county business. I have a nook with a few shirts in there. And the little bit that I've made, I do a weekly car cruise in Jasper County. I started in 2018. At the last week, then we do it in September. I buy pizza for anybody who comes in there out of my pocket. So what little money I make from having a few shirts in a welcome center, I give right back for people to come and enjoy themselves. So.
Well, my point is, I'm not saying that you're not doing anything wrong, but it looks bad.
Your implication is that I'm doing something nefarious, when in fact, I'm being treated like any other business in the county, and my stuff won't be there all the time. They tell me when to take it out, I take it out. So it's opportunities to promote all local business within the county. And in Jasper County and other counties, you know this, Dottie, a lot of us wear multiple hats, right? We wear multiple hats. We're doing multiple things. We're on multiple boards. We do have our own separate jobs.
And I've noticed there's 3 businesses that have gone out of business. Tim's going out lumber.
Yeah, he's retiring.
Okay.
You know, he has other ambitions that he's going to do. That has nothing to do with our economic conditions. He's been in business in the county for.
And
then talk to the developer who owns that strip mall, who is up north. No, it's not. No, they didn't want to negotiate. They didn't want to negotiate with Walgreens. So get the number, and I'd love for you to call them and tell them to be more reasonable to deal with.
Okay.
And that's for other local business reasons. Arnie said those are personal businesses. They have their own reasons for why they decided to close up.
A business wants to come first, great, support them. If they make a financial decision or a business decision, they want to pull out, that's on their own. That's not in any of our purview or any of our controls.
We're trying to.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit. And I think public should be able to go to meetings, and they should get more money from big businesses like Donaldson and those 3 corner companies.
The director has actually.
Our taxes, you know how much money we're paying taxes each year? It's in that letter. You think I'm happy about that?
We pay the same taxes, Dottie. We pay them right along with you.
Well, that's tax, but I'm not gonna disclose.
Our property taxes are 10th lowest in the state. I know we have an income tax, but our property taxes are lower than our neighboring counties.
But
I suppose maybe you do. I don't know. Yeah, you probably do. You've probably done better than I have. So there you go. You're a better businesswoman than a businessman. So there you have it. But the point is, I listened to her.
So that's like, it should be public.
So
but you are a county board, and we can't go to it.
But Sarah, maybe you can tell me this. Are Jasper Newton Foundation board meetings open to the public? Because they're a charitable organization. So we didn't set the laws on that.
Why is other counties have a county that I can go to public meetings?
It varies from county to county across the state. It varies across the country. Some economic development boards are government and some are nonprofit. White County is a nonprofit, even if government. Alaska is government. Payroll County is a nonprofit. Tippecanoe is a nonprofit. It varies across the state. And most of the smaller counties have a government board versus a nonprofit because their day-to-day activities are just smaller. They don't have as much that they need to do.
Okay, do you live in Jasper County?
I do not.
You live in Lake Village, correct?
Correct.
You know, Dottie, but not all of our police officers don't live in Jasper County either.
understand it.
So it's okay. That's the Economic Development Organization has the purview of hiring who's an appropriate director. And so they've made a good decision with our current director.
Okay, she asked for $100,000. I didn't have any plan, which, and I don't think I was in there. I saw 4 or 5 people that worked there, and I'm thinking, why does she need more people to work? When I had more work at Lipscomb, I had to do the work. They didn't hire somebody else to do it.
Well, there's a lot of things going on. There's a need for a greater staff. That's why they have plans and goals and dreams to help develop the county. That organization has helped us and assisted, walked alongside of us at not at extra county expense to do these, help us get these studies. So we want to know what they're actually doing. We want to write it, what they're actually doing. Because I'm going to go to Newton County tomorrow and I'm going to ask them how it's publicized. That's
Okay.
That's certainly fine.
But don't you think,
So we're working on, actually, the organization, to Sarah's credit, up to this point has been loosely defined as to how the county interacts with the organization. So she's working on drafting an agreement that's going to be more specific as to what is expected from the county and what the county can receive in services from the organization. So to your point, it's at a time when things are growing that we need a more defined agreement. And so now we're getting to that point.
But you gave her the money before she even had a plan. And you won't even help me with feral cat. Or you won't help Jasper County.
Can I address this?
You can address it and then we're gonna close our meeting.
We look at the money they receive every year in the budget. We cut them last year $100,000 what was requested with the yearly budget. Last year we reviewed their budget. It was cut $100,000 with the amount of labor and work and time we took with that. Reimbursing that $100,000 that was originally requested was well within the proceeds of what should have been done. That we will be reviewing their budget again this year. We'll look at what they've contributed. We're not the only ones contributing to that. Remington contributes, Rensselaer contributes, DeMott contributes. They all benefit from it.
Yeah. So it's not just us, and to your point, Dottie, and we'll end with this, is that we're in the growth mode here. So we're trying to update and improve our procedures and our agreements. And we recognize where there maybe been some weaknesses or lacks that we're working to address those and make them more specific. So it's okay to point out these things. What I don't appreciate, and this is just me talking personally, is when people assign malicious intent when there's something that's unknown. And I don't appreciate that.
Does Newton County have an animal control shelter? You were in the audience and asked me that, and I said yes. And then you said maybe something to the effect that maybe I should take the cats over to the next county.
I don't remember if I said that or not.
Well, you did, but everybody was laughing. So
trying to herd cats literally is not an easy challenge, right? And we actually had an insurance claim from one of our animal control workers who got scratched up by a cat and had to have treatment.
I rescued to have them trapped.
But that's a request to run through the animal control board to then make a request to us. That's why we have that board to handle those. We've been critiqued here today for dealing with trivial matters or too many things. Well, there's a board that needs to deal with that.
But what I'm getting down at the councilman meeting, so I didn't think any intent in that letter.
I apologize if you felt like I put you down. That was not my intent either. So please forgive me.
Because I know you don't.
No, I don't. I like Newton County. I go to Newton County. I grew up in Newton County. Yeah, our meeting is, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.